I'm your Dungeon Master. Today I'm here with Zach Boring.
Hey, I'm going to be playing Buried in Chains.
And Mr. Joe Whiteley.
I'll be playing Rattle.
Sumner Bukowski.
I'll be playing Galvin, son of Rohan, hand to Lathander, your favorite Aarakocra Tempest cleric.
And Ashley Duke.
I will be playing Ravlana, also known as Rav, your water genasi monk with a drinking problem.
And Dylan Monk.
I'll be playing Kuro's Tidehunter. You're overly optimistic and ready to save the day, Sea Elf.
That old chestnut.
that old song and dance. I'm very good at dancing.
Oh my gosh. Today's episode 2 of our first live campaign, Oblivion Isles. At the end of episode 1, the characters leveled to 2. Everyone roll their d20s. Lowest roll gives us a recap of episode 1.
Yikes.
Nat 20, the worst thing to get it on, but I got it.
18.
2.
The lowest.
I got a 9.
15.
Galvin, give us your recap of episode 1.
I say, dang it, I rolled low just out of habit from D&D, but I'm actually excited to do this. 1 month ago, I embarked on my journey to find anyone that would be willing to join me on a quest to find the doppelganger child that went missing from Ulatorfe's capital. On this mission is the utmost importance and would very well subside the tide that looms over the world as we know it. I was lucky enough to be accompanied by my dear friend Rattle, a Kenku ranger. He may seem irregular, but his heart and intuition make his presence indispensable. Upon our travels along the coast, we happened upon a sea elf named Kuros. Upon word that the world may be at stake, he spared no time joining our great cause. I'm confident his heart and sheer willpower will be invaluable in the face of what's to come. He did, however, introduce us to a small group of tabaxi, not the type of people I would have normally looked to for help. However, when gold and notoriety was promised, one of the larger tabaxi stood. In exchange for what I'd call trust, I am assured that any barrier we cross will certainly stand challenged by Chains' ferocity and intellect. Most recently, we stopped in a tavern for a quick drink, by Chains' request, of course. We arrived just in time to hear 2 drunk men hassling a genasi woman in the back. If any genasi hailed from an elemental of ale, I'm assured this would be her. The genasi interrupted the otherwise cordial affair with a swift jab to one of the men after hearing a less than polite remark about her appearance. She may be aimless at times, but she's driven by a moral compass that's rare in these trying times. By adding a direction, I'm hoping she channels her power towards a common enemy. Suppose time will tell. Soon after, we made our way to the capital of Ulatorf to introduce my new comrades to the queen herself, the mother of the missing doppelganger, distraught from having expended many resources in previous search parties before us, is desperate to have him return home safely. I, Galvin, son of Rohan, hand to Lathander, swear upon my life that I will find her son and bring him home safely. We made our way to the first lead we found, which was inside a witch's home, or perhaps under would be more appropriate, as we found tunnels underneath, filled with statues of Merkel and deadly kobolds. These tunnels lead us to the dying body of a witch, Mystia, at the foot of a robed cultist. We made quick work of the men, and time for Mystia to grant Kuros a vision of the doppelganger child in a cage, alive. The witch's blink dog, Mavris, joins our journey. We found each other, and have now been tested. We will shed Lathander's light on all who threaten this world in darkness. Encountering each other and those who stand in our way, nothing but fate to blame.
Almost like
That's
a
awesome.
fateful encounter.
Is this your
That was
journal? Did
Everybody
you diary this?
That
This
was
is
page
totally
1. I
diaried.
have 3 more pages. Now, as we embark.
I was wearing a gray jerkin.
No blue.
Oh wait, it was a Tuesday, it was purple.
Oh yeah, we found a good boy. That's right,
We
Jake
found a
Smash.
good boy, that's right.
Mavris. Do we have any questions about that? I feel like that was a pretty thorough response, and I am also so excited for the day when Rattle gets to do it.
2 minutes of incoherent sound effects.
Perfect.
Squawking.
I would like
At
to
a
point
mirror.
out that someone's got a big old crush on Galvin.
Ooh.
Yeah.
It's
We
me.
left that entire hour part of the campaign just out of that review.
He's like, I am asexual. All right.
I am a bird. I don't know how this works.
Miss me with that.
Bird, and I am in a relationship with a god.
My God.
Are you there, Lathander?
That's
It's me
fine.
and Galvin. What's on the schedule for today?
Dear God, it's me again.
Margaret.
God
Can
says,
you
like
me
my
my
summer.
itinerary for this weekend?
are we ready?
Yeah.
All right. Let's get into it.
Didn't you see our
then.
game faces?
Yeah, our game faces were great. All right. We last saw our companions beneath the floorboards of Mystia's home in the foreign quarter of Uletorf. Mystia secretly notified the Grand Master and King of Arms about her ability to link minds with her sister, Cornelia, and about her vision of Cornelia taking the doppelganger. The group entered the intricate tunneling system below her home and caught the last glimpse of a masked man who mutilated the body of Mystia and summoned a dragon to fight off the group while he made his escape. Kuros attempted to heal Mystia on the floor, and she used his heal to fuel her last moments and transfer the mind link to Kuros before she lay dead on the floor. She lay died. The group currently stands in her presence, her body respectfully covered by chains, and her blink dog, Mavris, mourning the loss of his mother. Kuros read the note on the collar of Mavris that read, I have seen the doppelganger through Cornelia's eyes. She keeps him safe, only to lure Merkel from his plane. She is craving for a share of the power. She has formed herself a following through Merkel's cultists. They will stop at nothing to see their lord rule the material plane. Cornelia knows that I have seen her, and she has blocked my ability to see her location. I fear she has sent the followers to me, and I fear my destiny has reached its head. This is my last note to the adventurers who find Mavris. Hear me. The followers have been living under our noses for years. Trust in the city folk to guide you to their location within the floors of Uletorf. And the group comforts Mavris, and he leans on Galvin as the group continues.
Dylan, did you want to say something?
You have a
look
face like
were
you want to
holding
say something.
in. You have the
Is it-
face of someone who wants to say something.
Is
Say
it?
it.
They're here! Under the floorboards!
You were holding that in for a minute.
She said floorboards earlier, and I was like, don't say it. And then she was going, and they're here under the floor of the city, and I'm like, don't say it.
Let's just hijack it. This is a SpongeBob discussion forum now.
Rattle can now only speak in SpongeBob quotes.
I'm ready.
Oh no.
Oh man, we're done.
Welcome to our club. Welcome to our club.
Weenie Hut General.
Okay, so we're here.
Rattle, how injured are you? I stubbed my toe in my Spice Garden the other day, and I only cried for 20 minutes.
Yeah. Okay. We're going to trickle that in this session, but we may not have a session of it.
Okay.
I guess. All right. So you
Rattle-
guys, yes.
Rattle did want to kind of shuffle his way over to the dragon corpse and try to like pull a tooth out.
Oh my God.
Okay. Roll a strength check.
Alrighty, I can do that.
I'm gonna watch him do this.
14.
Okay. You easily wiggle out a tooth, and another one falls out.
So he does like a little gesture, like he's pulling one and two pop out, and he's like, "Bird surprise!" Grabs them both up.
Twins.
All right. You have a pseudo dragon tooth.
Ooh.
2 of them.
Nice.
Those are my.
Do we know where this cultist came from?
Okay.
I recognize
No.
these symbols. This is Merkel.
I think you'd know more about that than I would. Galvin.
Yeah.
Isn't Merkel the opposite of your god?
Aye. Lathander is the god of life, while Merkel is death. The two gods created the compromise, which is why we are in this predicament. The doppelganger serves as that bridge.
Under our noses.
Well,
I think floorboards
actually, I
is the
said
words. Yeah.
under the floor of the city.
But thank you, Rattle. Always appreciated.
Pretty sure there was a nose in there.
Look, I couldn't say it if it wasn't a nose.
A nose.
We know Galvin said nose before, so it's fine.
Galvin's gonna head to this room down over here and investigate and see what's in this room.
I'm gonna follow Galvin.
Okay. Roll
I'm
for
gonna
investigation.
I'm gonna stay with the witch's corpse for a little bit.
Just, casual. I rolled a 6
bad, no.
for investigation.
Okay. So you see the feet tracks of the dragon leading out of the room. There's nothing else in the room that appears out of the ordinary in any way. It might have just been where the dragon was sleeping.
Aye. It doesn't appear there's anything in this room. This must be where the pseudo-dragon was sleeping. I believe did we neglect a turn back earlier in the tunnels?
Yeah, at the beginning.
Yes.
It may be worth a look.
Yeah.
Rattle's gonna do a little bird hop and start
Alright.
moving that way too.
Guys head out of the room.
I would like to conduct a ritual of funeral rites on this lady who died.
Okay.
So that's what I'm doing.
Details.
So I get my book out, and oh dang it, I don't have it with me. I pull out my book. It's got the details on my people's funeral rites. Being from underwater, you don't really bury people in sand and with tides and water everywhere. So it's I take out a piece of coral from my bag, and I put it in her hand, and sprinkle some salt over her body, and just leave it.
There's no water here for this burial at sea. This air will have to do.
I can sprinkle some water on her.
Well, I mean, water's not important. I'm just I mean, you can do that if you'd like. I mean, but really, we don't bury the body, because if you bury the body in sand at the bottom of the ocean, then it's going to get washed away, and the body's just floating there anyway. It's wasted effort.
I just lean over and I just...
You take a piece of something that dies to build the world a bit more, and give it to them, so they know that their death is building the future, and that's kind of...
You're a man of principle, Kuros, and I appreciate that. However, we must be going.
Oh, well,
a woman
I'm
just
walking
died
down
here,
the
Galvin.
hall.
Aren't you a man of a god? Don't you have something you could say, a few words or something?
I
got a
could.
point.
James, what were you saying? My apologies.
I said, oh, while this is happening, Chains is moving down towards that other tunnel.
Rattle's following him.
All right, yeah,
Okay.
let's
So as half the group walks back through the hall that was covered in blood, which has already seeped into the floors and gotten darker in color than before, you stand in the hallway with the statue of Merkel that has the black painted eyes and the black tears running down its face. The crystal ball grows green and foggy, providing a little bit of light in the area, and as you step into the vicinity, the ambient noise around you seems to completely stop. You can't hear your own breathing.
So this is the second statue room?
Yep.
Okay.
Going
one
down
in
the
the
hall
middle.
from the ending.
Wait, are we all there, you said, or half of us, or...
Well, Kuros and Galvin stayed back with the body and argued over corals, and then Chains and Rattle began walking down the hallway.
I followed Chains and Rattle, sorry.
Okay.
Yeah.
So Rav, Chains, and Rattle.
Rattle.
Rav, Chains, and Rattle
a
walked down the
lot.
hallway to that first statue, and as you walked into its vicinity, you cannot hear a thing. Not even your own breathing. The ambient noise just completely stops. All right, we're continuing down the hallway.
Yes.
Okay, we continue down the hallway through the doorway. and notice that the bodies of the kobolds you have killed have reduced to ashes. There's a hallway leading forward that the original kobold came out of, went back into, and came out of again, and attacked you, or the hall leading the way you came in.
We want to go where the kobold came from.
Yeah.
Okay.
Also,
Rattle
I
wants-
turn to... Oh, go ahead.
I was just gonna say Rattle wants to do it sneakily. That's all.
Oh, I was going to turn and whisper, do you hear that? To the other two. Can they hear me? Or is it because of the silence we can't hear anything?
You cannot hear anything.
Cool.
I can't read lips.
Yeah, Rattle just looks at you confused and starts moving his mouth.
Kuros, how long
Perfect.
is your ritual?
It's 10 minutes.
Okay, so are you just waiting behind?
Yeah.
Or is it
I'm-
done?
I mean, you tell me how long it takes them to get there.
By the
once
time
ritual-
it takes them to get to the front, you would be done.
Yeah, as soon as
Okay.
the ritual's done, I head back with them.
Yeah. And I stick with Kuros. I don't want to leave him alone.
Okay. Got it.
And Rattle wants to, he kind of thought about what Chain said. He wants to go over and tap Rav, like, because she gave him the boost last time. And he's like holding the little orb and like at the statue, like, give me a boost up at the statue, kind of is his thing. He wants to try
I
something.
agree to that, and I will go with him and pick him up. Yeah.
Okay, so you guys meet about halfway. You meet Galvin and Kuros at the second statue in the cave, and
It would be
I
the
thought-
first one.
Yeah, I thought we were at the first statue.
you ripped the orb off the first statue, and then as
Yes.
you go through the door to the second statue is where the second orb is.
I think they're putting the orb back.
You're putting it back?
Yeah, I want to
Got
see
it.
if that dispels the silence.
Got it. Okay. So you roll a strength check to pick him up.
I'd drop you, I'm sorry. Oh god. I got an 8.
Alright, I move to assist as I see they're having problems.
Tumbling over each other.
I'm too drunk for this.
So as you guys are struggling, Galvin and Kuros meet at the second statue, and they also pass through the basic no hearing zone. And then
We notice it as like we're walking through. I'm kind of chastising him for like disrespecting the dead, and just like my like, I can't believe you let her just sit there and we would just leave a dead woman to.
And then meanwhile, Galvin's like, she was a witch. There's different things at play.
So, do you guys keep walking, or do you notice or do anything? Well, you notice. Do you
We
do
notice.
anything?
I want to meet up with the
Kuros
group
is-
first. I want to continue
Yeah, that's-
going through.
Yeah, Kuros.
So, as you guys continue walking down the hall, Rav and Chains are cheerleader holding
We're
Rattle
just
up,
pushing him.
and he does successfully put the orb back on, and it rolls off onto the floor, unless you catch it.
Sure, I'll make a snag to catch it.
All right, sleight of hand. These rolls.
It's just one of
I
them
I hear that
days.
laugh. I know exactly.
I got an 8.
Okay, so
And most of that was because of my bonus.
Seven.
So you see it fall, and you go to put Rattle down and catch it, and it just didn't quite work. You hit your fingers and just went on the edge of your fingers,
Tip.
and got a tip in there.
Just the tip.
And it did break the fall of the crystal, and it thuds and rolls on the ground and not broken.
Nice.
Rattle wants to chase it down.
Okay, so you catch it.
Okay. Puts it back
Um,
in. Failed experiment.
Failed experiment. All right. Around this
Right.
time, the group would have met back up at the first statue.
Cool.
What are you doing there?
That's all you're doing.
Rattle just kind of looks at both of them and is like, nothing. What are you doing here?
We're practicing.
Oh, looks like fun. Can I help?
Sure.
Where do we think that silence is coming from?
Let's get a human pyramid to get this up there.
Well, can we hear each other right now?
No, I think it's still we can't hear anything. It's still
still.
completely silent.
So you guys
I'm
had this
assuming
conversation in silence.
Yeah, we did have it in silence, and no one
We're just
caught that.
gesturing at each
Yeah,
other.
we're getting real good at charades real quick.
Makes quality Twitch when we're all just like,
Right.
It's like going to a nice restaurant in Japan. You're just basically playing charades the whole time.
Yes.
Okay.
You would know.
What? I just came back from Japan. I know.
I know this.
It's still fresh on my mind.
I am an expert.
so Rattle obviously like nothing did anything when he tried to put it back, so he's just gonna, he stuffed it in his jacket and he's just gonna hop back over to where Chains is.
Okay.
Yeah, I started heading over towards that entrance again.
See.
Is that everyone, or are there other people still in the hall?
I think we're all together.
Yeah, you're all together. I just wasn't sure if you were all coming.
Yeah.
A little personal, but yeah, we're coming.
Get out of here.
Oh yeah, we're
2, 4,
we're
6,
also
8.
going.
I do not appreciate.
Oh man.
Wee.
Change just barrels ahead.
I'm gonna get you.
Oh yeah, I wanted to be sneaky.
Roll for stealth.
I got a 10.
I'm gonna trip over all these rocks.
I see you walking strangely, and I don't think anything of it.
All right. So, all right. In the room, there are the bodies of 2 cloaked individuals and dark masks in the shape of Merkel's triangular skull on their faces. Pools of blood are seeped into the floor beneath them, and they sit in peaceful positions. This is clear that there was not a struggle. On the table in the room lay a larger blue sheet of parchment.
I want to take a look at that piece of parchment.
I'm examining the body.
I'm not gonna touch the paper.
I'm watching.
Okay, Rattle, what are you doing?
Radical.
Radical.
Your new name is Radical.
No, Rattle is going to kind of like observe Galvin and then take like the same kind of like watching pose as him. So
Okay.
whatever Galvin's doing is what Rattle's doing.
I wanna lean over Kurosa's shoulder to try to see what that parchment says.
Okay, so oh, my computer is like a restart now. Anyway, so
No.
absolutely not. So the table, you pick up the blue parchment and it has white ink drawings on it. It's unclear what it might be. It looks like some sort of tunneling system. And then as you guys are examining, thinking about that, Chains, he's as you scan one of the bodies of the dead cultists, your eyes land on a faintly glowing ring.
A snatch.
Seemingly made of emerald on the index fingers. He snatched it. The other hand holds a simple dagger with a small amount of dried blood on it.
Okay. I'm also gonna take the mask.
Okay. So you take a cultist mask. And
Also, what size is this robe he's wearing?
Sort of medium.
Did leave your cloak on a dead lady.
You want to strip him and check? Or roll investigation to see if you can see the tag?
This man's desecrating a corpse.
I roll a 2. It just says wash in cold water only. Yeah, so I guess I'll just strip this dead body.
Okay. Hoping that it fits.
Actually, I don't
Perfect.
even-
Roll
do I
a
have to roll
strength.
for that? Okay.
Yeah, roll a strength to pick up
I look
dead
over
weight.
and see just Chains. Chains, what are you
11.
doing? You're stripping a dead man there.
He lost his cloak, man.
He's not using it anymore. You said earlier not to waste things.
Yeah, goodness. Chains turns and looks at you in response. I forgot what I was gonna say now.
Take your time.
He looks at you.
Girls, you're a handsome man.
Yeah,
Well,
he
thank
he
you.
looks at you and thinks, contemplates, and then he remembers his plan. We could use these as disguises if we run into this group again.
Rattle like bobs his head in approval and goes.
Yeah,
and
that's a
just,
pretty
like,
good
stripping the
idea.
cloak.
Do they smell? Does it smell bad?
Yeah. The river can fix that.
Okay.
River and a washboard. It's fine.
Okay. Concerned about that.
You have an idea.
My cat, I know about cleanliness, okay?
So, Chains, as you remove everything off this person, you remove the mask, right? Yes. Okay, so you see an interesting face. Its throat is slit perfectly from one side to the other. The face appears colorless, but different from a dead body lacking color. The face has dark gray and black hues, and the face is generally unrecognizable. Maybe it's that way on purpose.
Interesting.
Everyone.
I can see why he wore the mask.
I want to ask aloud for basically anybody.
Should
Can someone do a what is it? A magic finding on this body?
Magic
Well,
finding.
I'm not sure what it is you mean by magic finding. That's very vague, but
Rattle just like points at it with his hands. He's like, found it.
Actually, can we hear each other in here?
You can hear each other in this
Okay.
room. Yeah, as you walk through the room, you can hear again.
I want to check the other dead cultist's mask.
Okay.
I just want to take his mask off to see if his face is the same.
So it is relatively the same. It has like very dark black circles around the eyes, and it has like veins, and just looks generally unrecognizable. Like it's
Ugh.
not a human.
Oh,
gonna take
so
that mask,
does it look like a spell effect, or is it like just a weird face?
You can roll investigation.
I will do that.
I am going to use Divine Sense. Are they undead? Or fiend or celestial?
I got a 12. Jen?
She's thinking.
Hold on, I'm looking at it.
Oh,
If this okay, no,
I know
you
we lost
do
him.
not have an undead, fiend, or celestial.
Our god is thinking.
God took a second. Took a beat. You got a 12?
Yeah.
So you realize that this is not a spell effect and that this is a race. But you don't know which one.
So Rattle is going to like try to get Chain's attention, and he's going to make like finger like magic hands and be like, nope.
Magic hands.
Okay. Rattle looks at you like,
No magic.
and then I guess finally puts it together. And is like, okay.
His first grades.
What about that paper? Is that what I heard? Tunnel systems of some kind?
Oh, it seems to be some kind of tunnel system. Maybe this is what she meant by they're under the floor of the city.
Is that map of the tunnels that we're currently in?
It could be. It's hard to tell without a point of reference.
Is there anything about the silence?
Silence? What? Oh, how it was quiet in that other room. I mean, this is just a map. It doesn't have any words on it. I don't know what you're looking for.
Speaking of the silence, what about that? Weird that we haven't discussed this.
Well, it was kind of hard to discuss it
Yeah.
at the moment, and
We're just gonna blow by that, huh?
Well, we tried to put the rock back, as you saw.
Plan A didn't pan out.
Didn't work
All right,
at
moving on.
all.
I love that. That's not it. All right. Well, we tried.
Yeah, we did our best.
Well, moving on.
Troubleshooting over.
We got
Yeah,
other
I
stuff
mean-
to do. We got.
Get off, turn it back on. Can Rattle investigate the map and see? You know, he was talking about a point of reference. Rattle wants to see if maybe he can see if there are two statues set appropriately.
Roll for survival or nature? Map. Roll for map reading.
I have a plus 30 to map reading.
Listen.
I think you're a liar.
So I got an 18 survival.
Okay,
Nice.
so you realize that you cannot locate where you are at on the map.
Okay. Oh.
there's
Then-
no
then-
"you are here" star.
You're looking around and looking at the map and looking around and looking at the map and
Well, there's the gap.
thinking of where you've been, and you're
And
looking at
there's
the
the
map and you're
JC
like,
Penny.
this
I'm
isn't
not
it.
sure where we are on the map, though. I don't see
don't-
any of those things on this map anywhere.
No major landmarks that I would
Upside down.
recognize?
Nope.
Okay, gotcha. So yeah, Rattle's just like intently staring at the map, and he's like working it over in his bird brain.
That
And then
meme with that lady in the algebra signs.
Yes.
except just a dead-eyed raven face. And then he just puts his hands down and just like looks around and shrugs, gives up.
Not this time, Rattle. You'll get one next time.
Crow's gonna fold up the map and put it in his pocket. Well, this will definitely help us later, for sure.
Okay.
Maybe.
Definitely help us later.
We may,
All right.
it may be
Anything
best
else?
about time to return to the surface.
Yeah.
Did y'all
Okay.
snag the mask and cloak off the other one too?
I took the mask from the other one. I can
No
take
cloak off the other one.
Yeah.
All right, I'm snagging the cloak too.
Yeah.
Strength check.
I mean,
for
is
dead
it
body.
significant? Like, does it seem like it's significant with the mask? Like combined.
Roll for history.
Okay.
Roll for significance.
Do your thing.
Roll for a yes or no.
One is significance.
Got a whole 4.
Roll a d2.
So with a 4, you do know that most cultists wear cloaks.
Perfect. I'm taking both of these cloaks.
Perfect.
One mask.
And one mask. Raph
We
has
can,
the other
like-
mask.
Stick each other in the cloaks.
Stack. All right, you guys all head out, or
Yeah.
anything else in the
I-
room?
I
Or...
think we're done.
On our way out, though, I
Just
want
on
to
each
ask.
other's shoulders.
On the way out, though, I want to be asking the people behind me, people meaning everyone in this chat, what did you take originally from the statues? Was there an orb of some kind? Is that what I saw?
And as you're walking down the hallway, it
What?
can't hear anymore.
Oh.
Oh.
Well, you didn't hear any of that.
No, I said as you're walking down the hallway, it cut off when you said
Rattle,
orb.
like,
Oh, orb. Yeah. Okay.
The end of your sentence.
So we reach. I guess we'll kind of establish where the silence ends.
yeah. Rattle just wants to like be making one continuous shaking sound, hopping across the border.
Yeah.
You hear ksh, ksh. So it is in the hallway. You can deduce at least that it was on purpose. Maybe.
I'm going to make him stop by picking him up and make him elsewhere.
As soon as he
Thank
gets
you,
picked
Rattle.
up,
Having a
his
good
mouth
time.
just closes.
It gets exhausting doing that on my own, so I appreciate that. Maybe the silence is here to mask whatever is happening in that room.
We can't hear you.
He thinks to himself.
I thought we established that Where is my little guy? Oh, I'm way over here. Look at that.
You're the only one over there. He's talking to himself in the room.
I'm just like monologuing. I, son of Rohan, handle the pander.
I'm gonna move
Ah,
into
yes.
this
Galvin,
hallway.
the heroic son of Rohan and the brave hand of Lathander. Beloved by all. And we're just all gone.
Yeah.
You just like see little feet going up the gaping hole.
Gaping. All right. You guys all walking out?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so you walk
Yeah,
down
yes.
the hallway where you came in at. You find yourself at the end, looking up at a skylight that was forced into the floor, the gaping hole, per se. The light twinkles in through the hole in the floor of the cabin, still dripping slightly with leftover blood. And here you are, standing with the hole 40 feet above you.
Which one of yous can fly?
I can fly. Do we have rope? I have rope. I fly up and I leave one end of the rope there, and I kind of fly with the other end, and I'll fix it to like a bedpost or something, and kind of pull at the same time to kind of help anyone who wants to climb up.
Okay, so everyone climbing up the rope, make strength checks.
Okay.
Oh my god, these dice hate me. I got a 9.
16.
The dose.
Okay,
Time to grab
Two
some
crew.
dice.
Kuros, did you make it up there?
5.
So Chains easily. He's just like, bye guys, and now
I know how to scale some rope.
It's just this abomination of tangled bodies at the bottom of the rope.
it's just climbing over each other. Like, wait, whatever. So now
This is
it's
nothing like
just
swimming up.
now it's just Galvin and Chains up at the top, 40 feet below with the rope hanging. You have 3 stragglers.
Help us,
This
please.
is where racial abilities are super neat.
Rattle's just like asking for upsies.
I can't throw him that far. Come on.
I pull out a package of chicken nuggies and I hang it out.
Chicken nugget, yeah.
He wants chalky milk.
Oh my god. Get your friends out of the hall.
I guess I will use another strength ability to see if I can help pull them up.
Okay, so you can help while they
I will
Perfect.
also help pull.
Okay, so 2 helps and another strength check. See who fails twice.
I got a 17.
She did it.
15.
He did it.
18.
Success.
Wow,
Yay!
they didn't even need your help.
Good,
This
because
is the moral
our help.
support.
I'm not a strength
Like,
build, so
we all
that's good.
fail and we're just like, well, damn it! And then like Chains like puts a hand out to help us up, and we all just like,
He lends
Pull
a
him
hand
down.
40 feet down.
and we just ignore it.
Thanks,
Really
Go-Go
long
Gadget. I
hand.
appreciate. Thanks, Inspector Gadget. I appreciate that.
Go gadget hand.
Inspector Gadget.
Go gadget help action.
Matthew Broderick, where'd you come from? Here we go.
Alright.
Oh man. Glit's
So-
second decision to not try that impression.
Alright,
Are we
so-
bringing the dog up there?
He just
Oh, okay.
The doggo instantly forgot.
Yeah, we all
Instantly.
lost it.
The worst dog owner.
Shane's was like, I never liked dogs.
So we
I
have
didn't like him in the first place.
and now we're back, still beneath the floorboards, or did Kuros make it too?
He made it. I got an 18.
Oh
Yeah, he-
right,
he
we didn't
done
even
good.
need it. We're not. We're upstairs again.
And
What
the
do you mean?
doggo, did he blink up or did he disappear?
He said, "Hi, I'm right here."
Hi, hello.
Map
Puppy.
changed.
Mavris?
Map
Mavris.
changed. Oh,
Hi, darkness.
Summoner, you gotta fix the map.
I pet the doggo.
Oh,
I give him
Thanks
a
for
little head
noticing.
pat.
That's what I'm here for.
What I'm here for. All right, so he is super happy. He's as happy as he can be with a dead mom. And
classic.
It's okay. He has 5 new parents.
Yeah.
it's true. One of them doesn't like him very much.
Okay.
That's the drunk aunt who comes in and is like,
No, that's the cat.
This is the cat we adopted. This is the bird we adopted. I'm Big Bird. This is the elf that we adopted.
are you saying elves aren't people, that we're animals now?
No, I'm extremely elf racist.
Silence you.
Nah, that's not true. To all the
Sit,
elves
boy.
listening, please ignore me.
All right.
You don't have to
As
apologize to the
you
fans.
make it up to the inside of the cabin, again greeted by the scent of lingering metallic with blood everywhere,
Yum.
the morning daylight cuts into the windows of the cabins and creates boxed light on the floor. Dust is settling on the items in the room, and the air is getting slightly warmer, and the window that was open earlier seems to be shut. Around you, you see old bottles and potion bottles sitting on shelves, seemingly untouched since you
Snatched.
went down into the tunnel.
Sir?
On the desk, the book remains open, and everything around the room, except for the window being closed, seems unchanged.
I'm gonna walk over to the book.
Okay. So Chains walks around the room, and he is sniffing bottles, trying to figure out, and they all just smell rank. Do you still take him?
Yes.
Okay, so
I'm just gonna give him a look of like, what the hell?
Just a look of concern.
These aren't for me.
Who are they for?
Enemies of me.
Okay.
enemies of me.
I look
Everything
around
can
and I'm
be
like-
used.
I don't see a bathroom, do you? And you're like taking these bottles. You're just like, yeah.
Bottle.
All right. Galvin, as Chains was walking around sniffing pee bottles, Galvin walks up to the book. And as you look through the book, the first 3 pages are written in, and the 4th page is torn out. Do you read it?
Yes, absolutely.
All right. First page reads, I have a strange feeling that something has been following me. The link I have with Cornelia grows ever stronger, and I have a harder time at ignoring it. I think she has done something grave, and I cannot bear the thought. And then there's small drawings of different flowers and small notes about creating a spell to link a mind. You flip the page, and the second page reads, I had a vision today, and I felt compelled to write a letter to the Grand Master in the castle. The feelings of Cornelia's betrayal cannot go unheard. I know I tapped into her memory, and I know she is sending Merkel's followers to find me. And on that page are small notes for mixtures of spells of protection and invisibility. And then the third page has stains on it from water, possibly tears. It reads, I have done it. I have found her. I have written a letter for the adventurers who find me, because I will be dead by morning. No matter where I go, she saw me tapping in and shut me out, but I know where she is. I hope the search party finds my letter. I hope they know that Mavris means no harm. I hope the hero who finds me can handle the pain of the visions. And then the fourth page is ripped out.
Which we received in the
Did you?
I assumed.
You can check, but yeah.
Thanks,
I
God.
just want to like
You're welcome.
touch.
Kuros is still petting the good
I want
boy.
to touch these starfish things.
Rattle
you
also has
see-
things he wants to touch.
Okay, so
Let's
around the
touch
room, Galvin's reading this entire time, and
Touch-
Chains is sniffing all the bottles and picking up the ones. He picks up 3 that don't seem too bad. And then...
Is Galvin reading this out loud?
is he?
Are you
It's
a
up to you, sir.
out loud?
Are you
reader?
reading your book out loud? Are you reading the book out loud to the group? Galvin?
Showing us the hooked on
Oh,
phonics
am I reading
skills.
the book? Oh, I'm so sorry. I just directed that at Kuros. Yes.
He's not reading the book!
I misunderstood. I'm so sorry. I am reading this aloud.
Okay, so Rav walks over, she's
apologies.
looking, she sees some dried like starfish and corals and things like that on a table, and she sees like just packages of like flour and Kuros, what are you doing?
I'm petting the good boy.
I'm
He's a
taking
good boy,
star-
he's
I'm
taking it.
comforting the good boy who lost his mom.
He did. He was sad. All right.
I want to
What else?
pocket a starfish. Just for
Okay.
no other reason than
Rattle wants to see what these are.
Okay, so you walk in and you see a gold bar that has been chopped into pieces.
yoink.
So Retta walks into the bedroom where the blood stains from the bedroom onto the floor that they found when they walked in. There's a smashed potion bottle, a broken ladder, and then a furnace for cooking, weirdly in the bedroom. And I guess you can heat up your room with it. But anyway, so on there is a stone black with a broken / cut up piece of a gold bar.
Yeah, Rattle just wants to like if you can picture the camera like centered on those gold things, and his head just like raises up onto the counter and just takes the gold.
Okay.
Says nothing.
So you take about 5 chunks of a gold bar.
I hear nothing from Rattle for about a minute, and I get concerned, like a parent. And I'm like, where's
It's
Rattle?
so quiet.
It's too quiet in here. Where's Rattle?
I point to the bedroom and go, he went over there.
And Rattle
He's-
like sticks his head out the door.
Yep. Rattle,
And he's
what'd you find?
Comes back in there.
Comes back in.
I want
watching you.
Randall to like just say Galvin's name back to him when he says Rattle.
And Galvin's Galvin, son of Rohan, and handed the ladder.
Oh my gosh.
I like it.
He's covered in gold dust.
Lord
His
of
hands
Lofty
are, like,
Names?
glowing.
Yep.
All right, what's the plan, Stans and
Did the
Jane?
good boy disappear in front of me?
He walked outside.
Doing dog things.
He's
I
just
follow.
doing the sniffers.
He's not totally rude.
I follow the sniffers.
Okay.
Yeah, I did too.
I know he probably has to go pee-pee, but just in case.
He had a 2-minute intermission for that.
He might have to go potty, but
I guess we're going outside.
All right. Is everyone going outside? Anyone still inside?
Outside.
No, outside.
Okay. All right. As you step outside of the cottage, Maverick sits on the pavement. As you walk out, his tail wags and he stands up. The morning sun and dew hit your skin as you walk out of the house. You breathe in fresh air that doesn't smell like metallic blood, and unfortunately, flow out an air of exhaustion. You guys have gone a full 24 hours without sleeping, and as you begin to feel very tired, everyone suffers from one level of exhaustion.
Oof.
Luckily, you're in a city.
Let's go to the tavern.
Galvin, you know a good place where we could rest? Some place that's perfectly animal friendly. As I give her a good boy a little scratch on the head.
I know a couple of places, but the nearest place I think from here, he looks up and he sees like it's kind of bright outside. Or is it bright or is it, what time of day is it?
It's like 6 a.m.
It's 6
7 a.m.
It's super bright, sun in the middle of the sky.
You're like driving eastbound on the highway, and you're like,
Literally me every morning.
Yeah. So this is really gonna mess up our sleep cycles if we go to sleep right now.
Well, I don't know about you,
This is gonna be
but
a
I only need 4
nighttime
hours,
campaign.
so...
There's the snoring bear nearby, I believe. I could be wrong, though. Dear God. It's me again.
Are you there, God? It's
It's
me,
the-
Galvin, son of Rohan and Hand of Lathander.
It's me, son of Rohan.
Oh my goodness. You are correct. You know that you are currently in the foreign district and you got to make your way over there. So I'm assuming you guys begin walking. Unless
Yeah.
Rattle,
there's-
Yeah.
again,
I lead
ask
the way.
for upsies from everybody.
I reject.
What do you want? Like someone to carry you? Get on my back. Let's go. Come on.
Roll for strength.
You heavier now that
Advantage because you're exhausted.
He does have goals.
16.
You pick him up.
Little
All
bird
right, so
legs.
you have an adorable
He's my
radical
Yoda.
rattle.
Oh, you're heavier than you look. Oh, you're dense. Have you been eating
It's all the
steel
gold.
for a year?
Every step she takes, it like jingles. Like,
Like-
Changing the map.
Are you okay? What did you take?
All right.
she like
Jingles.
wants to
It's an
tap
episode of
Rav on the
South Park where
shoulder.
Cartman eats the fake treasure and makes people carry him up, and then he just shits it out at the end.
He wants to tap Rav on the shoulder and like open his little bird hand, and there's like a couple pieces of the gold. It's like,
Are you paying me or showing me?
That's a dangerous question.
Okay.
All right, you guys' conversations as you're walking along the stone path leading back to the main center of the foreign quarter. As you near the middle of the foreign quarter, you again hear the brawling box matches going on and cheering. In the center of the quarter, you stand near a few odd-looking attempts at shops. 2 shacks made of large wood pieces, hardly put together with nails, and a painted sign that says Big Sticks. And a smaller shack put together a little differently has a door named Pokey Pointy Place. On the other side of the circle is a pathway to a few different homes. In the distance, you hear the distant neighs of the horses in their stables at Harley David and Sons Stables. Thank you.
I love it.
Galvin, where is this inn? I'm getting mighty tired.
Aye, me too. It should be up here, though.
Look, I can only carry one person.
Then don't carry him. I told you, when you do something he asks, you are setting his standard. We've talked about this.
But he's so cute!
There's a
For the
fable in,
first week, you know him. He's cute.
there's a fable in my people who talk about if you give a flounder a cookie. I'm not sure if you're familiar with that story, but it's essentially
No,
if you spoil someone, they just want to be spoiled more.
Rattle
I'm
just
starting
like
to think.
is glaring at Galvin and making this hissing sound. Just
Don't
All
give
right,
me your
you
snake
guys-
noises, you bird.
You guys pass the center circle. The cheering in the distance from the brawling box dies down for a moment. For a second, you hear some peace and quiet on your level 1 exhaustion eyeballs. Then you hear a ding, 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 and the cheering continues, breaking the silence. You see a man leaving a building that you have walked up to. called the Shrieking Clam. He makes a little eye contact and walks quickly down the road with a small amount of where the small amount of houses are. Right, you enter the city from the northern district. Entering the walls of the stone path, it turns to brick. And right next to you, as you enter, is the library. There's very few people out in the streets, and the sun is just rising over the walls of the city. From down the way, you hear unusually loud music for an 8 a.m.
Oh, God.
coming from a tavern across the way. Right across the street from the library is the Snoring Bear, just as Galvin exclaimed. Unlike yesterday, you don't hear the hustle and bustle of the Center City Market in the distance.
Probably because it's 6 a.m.
It's 8 a.m.
It is now 8. Took a while to walk.
2 hour walk. I
I could have gotten half my sleeping done by now.
Yep.
I got a lot of sleeping done. All right. Did you guys go into the Snoring Bear?
Yeah, we stumble
Yeah.
Okay.
Rattle like hits his head on the door frame.
I don't
Changing the
like
map.
duck down at all.
Okay.
in. Katamira! I shout.
As you walk in, Galvin exclaims the inn owner's name. She turns and you see there's like a 16-year-old, basically half orc, and she's like, "Oh, hey, Galvin."
Hi.
I wonder if she also likes him.
I'm not interested. I say to Rav, not her. I walk into her establishment and say, I'm not interested in what you're selling. That's a great way. Anyway, so I walk in and say, Katamira.
Yeah, you're looking sleepy. Look at all those circles under y'all's eyes.
Thank you, Katamira.
You getting some rooms?
Yeah, 2, please.
Okay, all right, 2 rooms. You know, it's a bed per room. You haven't stayed here before, but we have 6 today.
5 rooms. 5 rooms.
That'll be 5 silver.
I gently put Rattle down on a wherever.
I throw 5 silver down for the group.
I lean towards Rattle and I go, I told you he's fronting this entire operation.
I know, I'm setting an expectation. Uh-oh.
I pat Galvin on the shoulder in a grateful way and just kind of meander back.
All right.
The dog is staying with me.
Okay, you're just exclaiming.
I'm responding to the guild, who is very concerned.
Well, I imagine that I was... Never mind, doesn't matter. I was hanging out with the dog the whole time. The dog will go wherever he pleases.
Excuse me,
but...
I'm the one that rolled super high on my animal handling.
Oh my gosh, roll animal handling. Let's see whose room he stays in.
We'll go, come here.
Are you gonna like, who do you love the most? Who do you love the most?
I'm ironically rolling it.
Okay, that's fine.
10.
Who's
15.
Who's Maverick staying with? Oh, son of a...
Got a
Not
15.
me.
Any higher than a 15?
Nope.
Who we got a
The
15?
negatory.
Rattle got a 15 or Kuros got a 15?
Kuros got a 15.
Kuros. Mavericks
you
follows
proved
you
me
into
wrong.
your little room.
This dog was
I just look at Galvin and be like, you can't do one nice thing for someone and you're their favorite forever. And I just close the door.
He's like, they're my favorite now.
He's my good boy, damn it.
That's the rudest thing I've heard come from Kuros yet.
Oh my goodness.
Guys, he's tired.
You're so
He's
aggressively
cranky.
passive-aggressive.
All right.
So much joy in his voice while he's putting you down.
When it comes to dancing with strangers, he's super fun. But when it comes down to who is Maverick sleeping with, he's like super cutthroat, pun intended, to all the people that we saw beforehand with cutthroats. Now.
Hurried. Good Chains goes into the corner room. Who else is going into rooms?
Oh, I'm gonna go to my room.
You go to your room for 1 silver.
I go,
Which room is which? Where do I go?
Rattle's so tired that he kind of like
I'll go in here.
his way and walks behind the bar again.
My room is gonna be.
And Ketamira, she kind of looks at you. She goes, "Oh yeah, I don't have alcohol. I'm not old enough to serve you. That's why everything's so cheap."
I knew it.
And then Rattle kind of has a moment of clarity. He's not where he thought he was, and just, squabbles down the hallway to his room.
Oh my goodness. Where did Galvin go? He's still at the door.
He's just been yelling.
Oh, I
He's
hasn't
yelling
gone
I'm
commands.
so sleepy.
He's staying with me. He yells outside the door.
That's why the dog didn't stay with me. He's like, "You're outside. I don't want to be there."
There you go, Galvin.
You throw 5 silver at the window.
Galvin, are you sleeping with Rattle?
I somehow had a conversation with
Galvin just walks in with Rattle.
Rattle's smoothing out the bed.
Rattle's the big spoon.
Galvin, are you standing in Rattle's room? Or is Rattle getting kicked out?
Oh, I'm so
Imitates
sorry.
Chain's
I'm
purrs.
so sorry. I forgot we had. This is dumb. Again,
This-
this is the dumbest fucking-
Okay. Anyway.
Okay, way too much attention to 50% of
Listen.
our layout.
If you're fronting this entire operation, it does not mean you can just walk into people's rooms
Hey.
and do as you please.
Yeah, you're right. I don't want to do that. I want to respect
I don't want to
you,
do
but
that.
also pay for everything. So
It's
I want
your
you to
duty.
rely on me financially so that I can ask any favor later.
later on, and then be okay with no, because I
Jump in
am
front
a
of this
gentleman.
beam of death for me. I bought you that 1 silver room that one time.
Remember? Yeah, me neither. So,
Lame. All right, as you guys get into your rooms to rest, you lay down. It's quite peaceful. You get your long rests.
what
If you're
up?
taking, long resting, you need one for
Yay, long
For what?
rest.
for what? Let's talk about that. Everyone, roll a perception check.
Okay.
Wait, what?
Perception check, and that's not a great response to that.
18.
Wait, what? That's
Wait,
gonna
what?
be your roll, pretty much.
Yeah, it was.
22.
18,
16.
22,
9.
9, 16. Rav.
I'm
Oh,
very
21.
sleepy.
Okay. So, during your rest, in the broad daylight, Galvin woke up to the sound of very light humming, buzzing more so. It was soft, but it was enough to wake you. You sit up in your bed, and it gets a little bit louder.
It's getting
Yes.
louder.
And it sounds like it's coming from the hallway.
Bees.
I put my ear to the door, and before I open it,
Okay, roll perception.
Oh, I was just gonna walk out there.
19.
You're asleep. 19.
Yes.
Okay, so you hear the buzzing. It is louder in the hallway, but you don't hear the movement of your party at all.
Does it sound like any of my party members?
Roll for history. Do you remember their faces?
I mean,
Voices.
any of these noises could be rattles, so I'm keeping that in mind.
A good point.
Everybody's invested in the dog.
15.
Okay, it is not the sound of a rattle, but you don't recognize it as being a noise that someone in your party has made.
Well, this isn't annoying enough to be rattle. I open the door slightly.
Okay.
Do I see anyone?
You do not see anybody as you walk out the door. There's still lights on in the hall, just some candles burning on their
Candelabra.
that.
Where's the honey coming from? So my room is in the center bottom right there. So if I open my door and I look to the left and right, where's the humming coming from?
roll perception.
Another perception.
Perception.
14.
I didn't think I'd have to roll dice.
Ah!
All right. The buzzing noise seems to be localized around Rattle's room.
I open the door
It's not Rattle, though. You already did.
and I go towards that direction.
Okay. As you get over to Rattle's I'm gonna move you because you're bad at this.
I'm
As you get over
balancing
to
a lot, I'll have you know.
as you walk around the hall towards the door of Rattle's room, it gets louder.
Okay.
But it's still just like it's a loud, soft sound. Like it's not like it would wake everyone up.
Okay.
It just woke you up.
Well,
Which woke
so
me up.
I only need 4 hours of sleep. Would I be awake at this point?
Not yet.
Okay.
So I'm eagle-eared,
Okay.
and I'm following the hum. It's crazy
Okay.
distracting.
So you stand outside of Rattle's room, and you notice that that's where it is. If you wanted to go in there.
I'm gonna try to open the door, and I'm kind of knocking a little bit, like, Rattle.
And I'm asleep, correct?
Yeah. So the knocking doesn't wake him up, and you get in the room.
Is he snoring and jingles?
Is he? Snoring and jingles.
So what I was picturing, as long as it doesn't mess up what's going on here,
You're good.
Rattle was not sleeping in the bed. He put all of his belongings on the bed, and he's just sitting facing the wall with his head against the wall.
Perfect. It does not mess up anything.
And
So you walk in.
This. He
Alright.
goes to the bed and makes sure that it's garbage first. Like, oh, thank God, it's garbage.
Oh my gosh. All right. So as you enter Rattle's room, you see Rattle in that weird ass position. You don't see
Blair
anyone
Witch
or
projecting it.
anything, and you hear the buzzing coming from Rattle's bag.
I go to Rattle, and I kind of put my my cloth thing on his shoulder, and I kind of shake him up a little bit. No. Shh. Rattle. Please shut the fuck up.
Gives you like his best like emotional raven angry glare.
Perfect.
So his squawk did actually wake Kuros since he was right next door. So Kuros is awake. You notice that Mavericks is not in your room.
Avers? I'm gonna open the door and get on the floor and walk the dinosaur looking for Mavris.
Okay.
Rattle.
So you two hear the buzzing as you walk towards that area.
I am going to investigate the buzzing, hoping that it's Mavris.
And I'm gonna ask Rattle, what did you take in that room? Something from your bag is humming.
Rattle looks at you just like, take? I did not take.
May I look in your bag? As I walk to his bag.
Rattle like shuffles over onto the bed and gets between them. He's like,
Then you look in the bag. I'm not doing this with you right now.
I'm not doing this with you right now.
Don't you use my words at me like that.
Like that.
You know better.
Use my
So,
words in that tone.
Kuros lingers his way in to you guys arguing on the bed.
Kuros, please. Look in
Am
the
I
bag.
interrupting a lover's quarrel here or something?
Kuros, don't start with me.
Don't start with me.
You know neither of us need 4 hours of sleep or meditation.
That's very true.
So Rattle finally is just like, okay. I'll look in the bag.
Gee, thank you. How... Please.
All right, so Rattle, you turn and look into your bag and you take out the crystal ball from Merkel's statue. You see that the ball is vibrating itself. You pick it up, I'm assuming you look at it. As you make eyes with the ball, begins to fill with green and black glowing smoke.
This is just reflected in Rattle's black glass eyes.
Rattle, put that down.
I don't think you should be holding that, Rattle. That seems like very dangerous.
Rattle will listen to Galvin and Kuros and drop it.
Okay, so you drop it onto the floor of the bed.
Thematically, the floor.
Okay, so you drop it onto the floor and it bounces and rolls under the bed. You didn't hear any breaking at all. Kuros, make a perception check.
I got a 14.
Okay. Make a wisdom save.
Ooh. Nat 20.
Nice.
Balls. So
Balls.
God doesn't want you to succeed.
I guess Kuros doesn't kill everybody.
So as you pass your wisdom save on hulled person, a follower or person in a cloak, who knows, appears in the corner of the room and strikes to attack you.
Oh.
And he got a 15.
Does not hit my AC.
Perfect. Mavris appears in the room and bites down on the guy's
Yeah.
arm. Roll for initiative.
Oh, that's a good boy there.
The chains are in comas.
I was gonna say, yeah.
You guys are sleepy.
Chains jerks awake, kicks open his door.
But it's only a dream. He's not wearing pants and there's an algebra test. And promise tomorrow.
With some battle music.
Oh, right.
Rattle got a 5.
Oh wait, are the sleeping people rolling, or are we just chilling?
You can roll for when you wake up.
Yeah, I would probably perception.
Roll for wake
I
up.
really hope I get a nat 20 so I can live out that.
I got an 18.
I
Ultra
got
wake.
a 21.
Oh,
Oh!
Galvin got an 11.
Oh man.
probably
Okay.
got a
gonna need our
19.
sleepy asses soon.
Okay, let me roll mine, because I Nat 20.
Oh no.
Okay, chains. The commotion from the ball dropping and the dog coming down and biting, you somehow wake up and fly
I
down the
slam
hallway.
awake.
I'm flying down the
I
hallway.
wake up from a night terror of my childhood.
Someone's being oppressed.
I heard there were chains in this place.
Oh my god, I thought there was cheese. Get out.
Buried in them, perhaps.
Is that oppression I hear?
Hey, make your attack.
Oh. Am I breaking... Wait. What?
You're what? You're awake. You
I know,
popped down
but
the
am I
hallway.
in my
You
in the
woke
room?
up
Is
so
the
hard
door
you flew
open?
through the
I'm
wall.
sorry.
The door is open now because Kuros came in.
Okay. Do I have line of sight on that guy from where I'm at?
Oh, you don't. You're right. Thank you. Do you have any move? You just came in?
Well, I'm assuming it came from the bed. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. I would have made it to where Rav is right now.
Yes. Okay, so Rav would have been farther back then. Bam. Perfect. Okay. So the follower, he gets his other attack. Well, basically.
It's not
Rattle.
surprise round.
Make a wisdom save.
Oh no.
Who?
Rattle.
Rattle.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Wisdom save.
Sorry, 16.
Damn you.
Fuck him up, Buttercup.
All right, you pass. He turns to Galvin and he slices with a 5, misses, slices again with a 1 and
Oh.
misses. All right. Kuros.
Kuros is going to draw his scimitars and attack him twice.
Alright.
Well, I'm assuming a 6 doesn't hit him, but does a 13 hit his
miss.
AC?
A 13 hits.
Alright. I'm gonna burn a divine smite on this guy.
Okay.
Fuck
Because-
you.
He just says that when he does it too.
Totally different accent you've never heard before. Fuck you.
Smit.
10
You are
damage.
smoted.
All right.
Get fucking smit.
Take that to attack.
Rusty Shackleford.
Any other attacks?
No, I missed my other
And
one,
Rev,
and it was a bonus action to do it.
what's up?
what you doing?
I gotta go down that hallway.
You are down the hallway.
I gotta
You keep
get
Getting farther down the hallway.
I gotta get crowded in here.
Rattle's like, my bag!
I want to
Look
run
at it, but keep it safe.
I want to run into the room, but I don't think like I can do anything else after that because it's pretty far. I can't. If I could burn a key, I would go punch him, but I don't know if I can do that.
Moist lady just busts in.
Jeez.
Who's making a mess in my tavern? Punch.
Galvin.
I take my, I had my spear type thing, the claw, and
You
I
slept in all your clothes.
What the?
With
Galvin's
weapons.
got some quirks, and that might be one of them. So
He's a never nude.
there are dozens of us.
He's just in his denim shorts right now.
This is why the tiefling I couldn't get with her because she requires like a. Anyway, I want to move on. So I'm going to go ahead and attack. I'm going to go ahead and roll to attack. Probably a
Okay.
smart move on my part.
I'm just gonna attack.
I'm just going to attack.
No,
I
I
just
tell
went in
you.
blasting.
Look at me. I'm the DM now.
Unnatural 20.
Right,
and-
you hit.
Perfect. I like when I hit. And then I'm going
Okay.
to hit with a 10 slashing damage.
Perfect.
And as a bonus action, I do nothing.
Rattle on the bed, scared for his life.
Yeah, so Rattle is immediately going to create a barrier between his treasures and this new offensive presence. And he does not sleep in all of his weapons, but he does have forks and spoons stitched into his clothes. So he's going to grab his fork out of his cloak. Bonus action, he wants to cast Hunter's Mark on this guy. So
Okay.
just like just close up of his eyes onto that guy, and
Anime
he's
spell.
going to
I
roll
see you.
exactly.
You have been
with
mocked.
his, I don't get an 8 hits.
An 8 does not hit, but he's marked.
All right,
Anything
you
else?
got that
You
going.
know what they
for
say.
him.
That's
Well,
with Jeff.
Rattle just like flies at him, squabbling, stabbing with a fork, and just missing every time. Just angry pecking sounds.
Roll for intimidation.
Oh, okay. I can do that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'll take that.
That's a 20.
Hey!
Ooh.
All right.
Is it a nat 20?
No, it's synthetic.
He holds one of his 3 next attacks. Chains.
Most excellent. So I forgot. I'm a cat person, and I could have like totally doubled my movement speed and then still attacked.
Well, now we
So
know.
instead, I want to do something fun and crazy.
Perfect.
Chains has readied his daggers along the way. What I want to happen is I want him to kind of... He's going to come through the door, bounce, kind of like... I don't know, this is going to require
Bigger.
athletics. I already know that this is going to have that. So he's going to bounce off the door frame, jump to the wall, and then with both daggers straight out in front of him, launch himself at this dude.
All right. Roll for athletics. No flips were mentioned.
19.
All right, you successfully do that. Roll to hit. So he comes bounding in, hopping over everyone. Does he hit?
The world may never know.
Was it worth it?
Big money, no whammies.
Excellent.
Do I
Dragon
do
Ball
2 for both daggers?
Yeah, 2 hits.
Okay.
Z. Pow.
I got a 8 and a 15.
All right, you hit once. Roll for damage. He's just backed in the corner, like. This
6
was a
damage.
mistake.
I thought there was one of you, not 5.
All right, it's his turn. He turns around. As you dagger at him, he grabs your arms and casts inflict wounds. I think that just automatically happens. Yep. Okay.
Sorry for your loss of your arms.
I'm so
Oh.
conflicted.
Dang it! I could have added my sneak attack. Also.
Well, you didn't, and you take 16 damage.
What the fuck? All right. Chains is like
That's the fuck-
gasping.
No!
I
That's not inflict
uprooted
wounds,
my
that's inflict
life.
death.
I
I
uprooted
uprooted
my
my
life.
life on a whim to almost die twice instantly.
I have 1 HP left.
Inflict wounds. I am wounded.
This
I'm
hurts!
not well.
Inflict
Oh.
death.
It is a long rest right
Chains
about now.
Chains lets out like the sound like a jaguar makes in like.
I was thinking like a house cat,
Struggling.
like when you step on a cat's tail, like that sound.
I had that sound prepared.
Well,
Oh
now
my
you
gosh.
need to.
Yeah, thank you.
All right, and then he takes his dagger and he throws it at Rattle.
No! My son!
It's a 19 hit,
Yeah, that'll do it.
Oof.
7 damage.
Oof. Rattle's a fragile boy.
Is this where we re-roll new characters?
Goodbye, Chains.
DM murdered us.
All right, Kuros.
So Kuros is going to swing his 2 scimitars once more, and just say, "Don't you touch my friends!" And that's a good roll. That's a 22 and an 18.
You hit on both ones.
Cool. I have 1 spell slot left, but I'm definitely gonna burn that divine smite on one of them for sure.
Perfect.
Pocket sand.
Sha-sha-sha. Hell yeah! Hell yeah!
Oh no.
I'm gonna kick your ass. Fuck off.
5 damage. I've
Much
already proved I
damage?
can kick your ass while standing on a ladder.
Do I look like I know what
Did
a
you say
JPEG is?
25 damage?
25.
All
Holy
right.
shit.
Explain his smited death.
So he's got like one hand is holding on to like to Chains' arm and like just like
Inflicting wounds.
inflicting wounds, like lacerations are going up his arm, and like the other hand is like extended, throwing the dagger at Chains or Rattle, and I just come in with one slice, take off that arm, and with the other one come across and slit his throat.
Wow. So
Savage.
the innkeeper's gonna come in after this and be like, "What happened in here?"
We really could use some more security.
All right. As he falls dead to the floor, the ring on his finger begins to shine, just like the rings from the tunnel. It glows momentarily until it dulls into a beautiful dark emerald color.
No.
Rattle makes clear his intention is to take the ring.
Okay, so you easily slip it off of his hand. And in your hand is a very nice, very, very beautiful all emerald ring. As if someone just drilled into an emerald. A chaos emerald.
So yeah,
Chaos control. I know,
Chaos
Dylan.
control.
I know. Yeah.
Okay, so I need to find a doctor.
Well, luckily for you, our doctor has come in the shape of beds and a long,
Can I just
A long
walk
rest
into
and a
the
long rest.
Can I just walk into the room and be like, what
What
happened?
happened in here?
I'm
See a
here.
man with one arm and like dead life.
Rattle just squawking at the ceiling.
What's going on?
Lacerated cat person.
That was good. You
Well,
just kicked his
Rob,
ass.
you missed some fun. That's what's been going
I
on.
put on pants for this.
Rattle like he like gets his pile together, and then he just like runs over like a little kid and just like hugs Rav's leg.
Aww.
She's here. My enabler. She's here.
I pat his head.
I love how Rattle started off as like Galvin's best friend, but has quickly abandoned Galvin for Rav.
Never lets me do anything.
I'm the fun one.
Give it about a week.
It was.
Rav's
I
gonna
did
be
That challenge.
Rav's gonna be right next to me, like, fucking rattle.
I want to say I'm stone cold sober at this point. I don't know who any of you are.
Oh,
Is this going to be a 51st Dates things where we have to explain that we know each other? Rav, we've been traveling together for about a week now. We've gotten out of some good scrapes together. We're real close friends, trust me.
Don't punch me.
where's our dog?
I woke up and he was gone. I went to bed. I sat on my bed. He laid across my lap and we went to sleep. And when I woke up, he was gone.
Hmm.
Then he came down and attacked the follower, and then
There he is, right there. See,
Hey,
look, he's right there
in
the
front
whole
of us.
time.
Why didn't any of us see him? Oh, he's a blink dog. That's why. It's not us. It's him.
Or are you
If we
blaming the
know what a blank
dog?
dog is.
Perfect.
All right, you guys do get your long rests.
Fantastic.
I
Everybody
get
goes
4 more hours of sleep and get. Do I have enough time to get 4 more hours of sleep?
We need
Yes.
to get this man
Cool.
some assistance. Just lay down and we'll put a pillow over your head.
He's just laying in bed bleeding like ah.
This bed is not closing these wounds.
Just close your eyes, man. Just close your eyes.
I start drinking those rancid potions. Nothing is working.
They do work if you take them. So, but your long rest closes your wounds.
All the cats outside are yowling.
Did you like lick your wounds to make?
Of course, yes. With my
Things that
sandpaper
smell
tongue.
like spit.
So you guys wake up the following day. Well, no, you don't. You wake up 8 hours later, which is like 4 p.m. the same day.
Yeah, fucked up our sleep schedule.
Need a lot of sleep. I am a cat.
All right. So you are currently in the Northern District. You want to discuss what you want to pursue?
I head down for breakfast, which is actually dinner. And I wait.
Katamira is just like, I can't cook. I don't know how to cook. I just run
Well,
this front
Would you
desk.
care for me to show you how? I mean, it's not. You could do some simple dishes pretty easily.
Do you have food to cook? We don't even have food here.
Well, that's your first problem. I mean, I could run down to the store if you point me in the right direction, and we can get some eggs, and I can show you how to make those. Or
Tamira, please don't. We appreciate your hospitality. We really
But I
must
want
be going.
eggs.
I-
Okay, bye.
That's
oh,
fantastic.
Galvin,
I'm
you're
gonna
awake.
leave a 2-star review.
Oh, Galvin.
He's like, I'll
oh,
have your
Rev.
rooms cleaned for next time you come.
Thanks.
Yeah, thank you.
So as Rattle is like leaving his room, there's still a corpse in there. So he just like closes the door slowly.
I'm gonna go check on Chains and see how he's doing. Just
In
knock
a
on
cold
his
sweat in
door.
the bed.
Hey, buddy. You okay?
All he did was grab my arm.
Just like staring at the wall, facing the other way.
Now, before we get either hobo-y or murdery, we should probably go.
Well, we have to. I think we should have a game plan before we head out anywhere.
We
I
should
was-
tell the inn lady that there's a corpse in that room. So she
It's only right.
deal
She'll
with it.
find out.
Galvin,
No,
in
actually,
the
I
chest in
want
the
to
room.
go to Katamira and gesture to Rattle. Come here, Rattle. Show her the ring.
Rattle like hops up. Is she behind the bar?
Mhm.
Okay, yeah. He hops up on the bar and just like holds the
Still.
ring in her face.
Have you seen anything like this?
Can I touch it?
Rattle thinks
that's
for a
up to-
second
yeah.
and like holds it out.
So she puts it in her hand, just looks at it.
Do you know anyone who might know anything about this?
Well, it's made of a gemstone. It's really pretty. You could try the jewelry store.
Which one is that again?
She hands it back to Rattle.
Nearby.
You know, just the classic cuts in the Noble District.
Noble District. Alright. Well, if everyone is quite fine, I say we head there. It's our
I mean, it
best
sounds
bet.
like a plan to me.
And can we stop and get a drink on the way?
It is 9 a.m., Rev.
Please.
It's not 9
4
a.m., Galvin.
p.m.
It's 4 p.m.
4 p.m. Quit
Oh,
gaslighting
God.
me.
My gaslighting you. My apologies, Rev. I did not mean such an offense. After all, of course, it's 4 p.m. We should go to
Listen-
the jewelry store.
Listen, Galvin, son of whoever.
Rohan, you've heard it enough.
Rohan!
As the great bard Jimmy Buffet once said, it is 5 o'clock somewhere.
Jimmy Buffet.
That's good.
That took me a minute.
Oh
That's some
man.
tier 1 shit right there.
James Buffet.
I hate it.
I hate it.
I hate it. Take it back.
Wasting away in Galvin's Eulathorpe.
I
Oh
hate
man.
everything.
All right. You
I'm
guys
sorry.
walk out of the Snoring Bear. It's much busier than it was earlier, as it is the middle of the day. The sun is on the other side of the sky, as it has risen and mostly set. You hear the hustle and bustle of the market in the center of the city, and the music from the tavern across the way is still bumping. Like, it's been probably going this whole time. You hear cheering and happiness going from down the way, and then the other direction is the.
Galvin, what's all that noise coming from?
That's a good question. I refer to
Let's-
my inner thoughts.
Let's investigate it.
Well, maybe later, Rev. I'm just curious because it sounds like a good time. I mean, we got some
Yeah.
pressing matters to attend to right now, but wouldn't mind going there later to have some fun.
It is the Drunken Dragon.
The drunken dragon.
From the drunken dragon.
Must we stop at every tavern, please? Can we stay focused?
Galvin, is it such a crime to ask a question? I even said we're not going to go there now. I just wanted to know what it was.
The drunken dragon. Please. It's another drinking establishment, and I don't wish to waste any more time than we have.
Galvin, we're walking towards to the jewelry shop. I don't know what else we can be doing. We're making small talk here, and you're chastising me for it?
Galvin, who rustled your feathers?
Yeah, bad night's sleep.
I did not sleep well. I woke up in the middle of the night and found myself in hand-to-hand combat. Excuse
Middle of the day.
me.
Yeah.
Middle of the day.
This man,
I'm
as
a
I
little
point
cranky.
to chains, nearly died. And you're grumpy?
Look, I just want a bird bath right now, and I can't find one, okay?
So bad.
Big enough for me. I just want to get in a bird bath and just go...
Rattle's like, actually, that sounds pretty good.
Oh, man.
Just in a super normal voice. Yeah, I could go for one of those.
Okay? So,
Oh man.
that's
Are
the
you gonna
drunken
just
So, are you guys
snap?
walking towards the tavern or towards the jewelry store?
Jewelry shop.
jewelry store.
Jewelry shop.
kind of veered
shop.
towards the tavern unless someone stops.
Rav starts like veering that way, and we just like grab the back of her collar.
We had
Right.
the 50-foot of rope to lasso her and just reel her in.
We tie
Like-
It's like,
we tie
Rav,
rope to her 4 flasks like a child backpack.
yeah, Rav and Rattle are like on those toddler leashes.
This is a toddler drunk.
But I'm sober.
All
You
right.
took a nap.
As you go back the familiar way toward the Noble District, you pass a pet shop called Forever Homes, and you make your way through various armor and weapon shops. There is High Kick, Low Kick, the monk shop, Iron Hero, and Half Pint, the leather shop. The cut in the road between the Noble District and the Northern District is very distinct, with the change from brick to stone on the walkway. In the Noble District, you find yourself walking in a large crowd of people leaving their homes and going back in for the day. A few nicely dressed children are playing hopscotch on the side of the walkway before a mother shoos them off. The sun is rising setting now. Under the walls of Uletorf, and it's kind of fading the light on the castle. You pass Ebonheart's Antiques and a furniture store called the Homemaker, and you pass the school for clerics and paladins called Holy Schooled.
Did you go to school there?
No, we've provided materials for it, but I never went there myself.
Okay.
I studied within the church itself.
Alright.
Just like whatever.
You
I really don't care.
You ever ask a question and you don't give a shit about the answer? That's what you just did.
Chains looks over at Galvin and says, "That was rhetorical."
Oh, so the Tabax is gonna tell me about rhetorical.
I'm a mean, sober person.
I'm sorry. Is the cat out of the bag now? That's great. Thank you. I appreciate that.
Is the cat out of the bag? I just got that, Calvin. That was huge. I really appreciate that. That was Chase. Do you get it? Because you're like a cat person. That's
These are the heroes off to save Uletorf. Have I made a mistake? He looks at his diary.
Are you there, Lathander? It's me, Galvin. Have I made a mistake in choosing these people as my companions?
I use my channel divinity to ask if I have made a mistake.
You have not, and you made it to the jewelry store.
Oh yeah! We
I've
finally
expended my once a day.
3 bad puns later, and we're finally here.
We made it. Let me grab my people.
Well,
Glad I saved it by city name.
Ooh.
hello.
All right.
Oh.
As you walk into the store, you are greeted by a beautifully red-skinned tiefling wearing all sorts of golden jewelry on her body, head, arms, and every part of her skin that you can see has some sort of cuff or gold on it. She turns to you guys and smiles sweetly with her intimidatingly beautiful face and long white hair. How can I help you? Looking
I'm
to
in love with her.
obtain some fine, classic handmade jewelry? You're in love with me.
Yeah, you're beautiful.
Rattle has ever seen.
That's a good turn.
She is very shining.
Just like
I push past everyone and show her my ring.
Yeah.
Well, what
You
my
ever
friend here
seen
is
one of
trying to
these?
think about this
Impressive.
unusual ring that we've come across. What can you tell us about this ring?
She steps from behind the counter and she takes it. May I?
Yes. He
She
drops.
takes it and she puts it around, kind of like she's looking, and she says, "I'll be one moment." And she gracefully walks to the back room with the ring and disappears for a moment. Around you are several glass cases of rings and necklaces and different metal types, perfectly lit to show the enhanced shine.
Rattle, don't
I put
touch
my
a thing.
hand on Rattle's head and I just hold him there.
his little feet are just kind of like moving, like he's
Like a
trying to
duck
walk.
waddle.
It's literally just the scene from Aladdin with Abu, where he's just like, oh.
Just he's slowly wrapping cloth around his hand
It's got
as he meets to punch through the glass.
Galvin, what can you tell me about that last there?
I'm not familiar with her. I know her name is Ro something.
That's great.
It's been a
What did
while.
you call me?
What'd you call me?
So you're saying you don't know this woman?
She looks new. I've met her once before, but it slips my mind.
This isn't like a Riki situation where she might have a crush on someone, right?
I sure hope not.
I'm starting
Just-
to wonder.
Just want
Tieflings seem to
to
have
make
a
sure we
thing
don't
for
step on
me.
any toes.
All right,
No.
the beautiful tiefling returns to the front room and she giggles at Rattle like his feet.
Oh, you like that,
and
do you?
she returns with a taller human gentleman. He has very long features and he's wearing a very nice suit.
Pass.
He bows and introduces himself. Because my name is Ptolemy. I was told you need information on this piece of jewelry.
Well, yes, actually.
The
Who told
tiefling
you?
walks over to Rattle and she takes one of the rings out of her hair and she just gives it to him nicely. And Ptolemy, he has the ring in his hand because the tiefling brought it to him. So he clears his throat and he looks, he says, I I looked at this and I think I know something, but take it back. And he gives it back to you. And he goes back and pulls out a book, a very large book. It's like green and brown and leathery and has cool, intricate writing on it. He puts it down on the main counter and starts humming and thumbing through the book. And he says, and points to a page on the book. I knew it. He fingers for you to come over.
Chains walks over.
All right. A band of loyalty. Yes. He continues reading. No chance at life once downed. The ring instantly kills you. Typically held by a member of a cult or evil guild. He looks up. This one's different, though. Puts his finger on his chin. Seems modified with magic since it's glowing. I can only provide that much information. I am extremely curious of the type of magic, though. Trails off.
Well, it definitely points us in the right direction, and I appreciate you taking a look at it for us.
Of course. I am just a little curious of how you obtained this.
I'm going to lean on the counter close to the teeth, and he's like, well, you see, we live a very dangerous life. We were attacked earlier today.
I put my hand on
lives.
Kuro's shoulder. I want to roll insight to gauge the interest of this man.
Okay.
That's a good idea.
I'm just watching Rattle.
Waiting to interrupt me like there was 50 of them.
19. Holding that ring she gave her.
He, you know of him, at least you know that he is just dangerously shy, horrible with people, and he might be coming off wrong, but you don't know of him as a bad person.
Okay. And I'll let Kuros finish. My apologies. And I tap him on the shoulder.
Kuros is gonna blab. He's enthralled with this red-skinned, white-haired tiefling.
Great chat.
And she turns and her hair is just constantly being blown by
I look behind me and there's a fan blowing her hair from over my
Just
shoulder.
Rattle flapping his wings.
biting air.
She gave me a shiny. I'll make her hair waft in the wind. Well, you know, we woke up in the to someone trying to attack our little friend over there, and I gestured to Rattle. I came in and saved his life, as well as our other friend who then gestured at Chains, who was on the verge of death. It was quite an endeavor.
So you saved everyone in the group's lives?
No!
Well, I don't want to say that much, but I definitely saved several lives today already.
Yeah,
The look.
Chains is down to 7 lives.
Because he's a cat!
I never went down.
Oh! Galvin, that was good! Because he's a cat! I just got that, sorry. It's mighty funny, yeah, that Galvin.
He's still getting used to land humor. I don't know.
She giggles, and like the shine in her eye, like
Where I
turns
come from,
gold.
there's not many cats to speak of.
I got
I'm more
catfish.
familiar with fish and might I say, lass, you remind me so much of a lionfish with the grace and colorful beauty, but
Okay. And he puts
strength
his
of-
hand back on his shoulder. We're done here.
She puts her hand on Galvin's shoulder and she says, "No, we can continue."
I was just gonna say you're very enchanting. Kuro's got the hint that he's like way off base here.
I
I
don't
need
say
12
anything,
drinks.
but the
because of
face,
this.
his face basically just says "fuck it," and he leaves.
So Ptolemy literally has the face that his drawing has. He just sighs really loudly. He's like, and she goes, "All right, I was just having fun." Wind blowing in the air, wind blowing her hair. He interjects and he says, "It might be of use to you to visit Victorious, the drow in the southern end. She's smart with magical items, and I like her. Your choice."
We should
Well,
do
it's
that.
That sounds
a lead
good
for
enough
sure.
for me.
Well, it's been
I
swell.
reach out to take the
Calvin's
ring
like-
back.
You do what? You take
I
the
reach
ring
out to ting the ring back.
He gives it back perfectly fine. He's just like, thank you so much. Typically, I charge for appraisal services, but I feel as though you're on to something.
We are already gone when he says that.
I'm standing there. I'm still gonna. I am gonna pay him. I actually have no idea how much money I have.
I'm gonna pay him.
Been life on the edge, huh?
How much money I have, but I know how much pounds of money I have.
You're budgeting like I did in college. I'm gonna spend something. I have no idea how much I have.
Well, somehow those kids took 2 gold from me, and I only had 1.
They found a gold on you didn't know you had.
He says, it's okay, honestly. It's okay. The gesture is all I need.
I pay him in that starfish I found and leave.
You just leave a starfish on the table.
God, I keep...
For your trouble. Slap.
I know it's weird, and I know it's gross, but when you say starfish, I imagine butthole. So every time, I refuse to think it's just me. So when you say I take up starfish, I imagine you literally...
Don't do it. Don't.
A rattle's
Trouble.
telling me to stop. That's when I know
trouble.
I've gone too far.
No, that was
Continue.
Joe. That was Joe. For
Joe.
the sake of all of us.
Okay.
Rattle got a new voice to tell you no.
All right. Well, we're moving forward here. I think we lost some viewers since I mentioned butthole. So let's go ahead.
Kuros is gonna stay back and just. Is there a particular time you're done working here at the shop?
We're leaving!
Yeah, we're all walking out.
We're leaving!
I'm new to the city, and I would love for somebody to show me some of the local places that are good to go.
I can tell you the local places, but I am married. Points at the human.
Ah! I look at him. You're very lucky, and I sincerely apologize.
None offended. She brings me joy and customers.
That is
She says, I do have friends, though, as you walk out.
I might, maybe later. And I just like,
No,
nope.
later.
Bye. Kuros is nice guy material.
I like the Empire Strikes Back joins the guild the moment you say that, by the way. Like, that was my deciding factor. I have friends, though. Follow.
So as everybody's kind of leaving, like I imagine the door shuts and we're all outside.
Yes.
I want Rattle to kind of open the door again and like peek back in and like waddle up to her, and she gave him the ring. He wants to take one of his remaining forks and like gesture for her hand. And he like bends the fork around her wrist.
Oh my god.
And then just like puts his hands down at his waist and like looks at her for a second, and he says, "Truly mine eyes have never gazed upon such beauty."
In bird culture, they're married now.
And then he wants to like do that little bird hop and then shuffle embarrassed out the door.
Aww.
Like,
Gross.
How does Rattle have the most game out of all of us combined?
He really plays on that I'm adorable, like...
He's a precious boy.
So cute.
Who's probably a grown-ass man.
Even though she's red, you can see her blush, like...
Yes.
She looks at her husband. We're married in bird culture now.
Rattle tells everyone he's married now.
I have a wife.
Not yet, 2.
All right. As you guys walk toward the southern end, is that where we're going?
Yes.
Yes, to
We're
the
gonna
dark
meet the
elf.
drow lady.
To the Dog Elf. As you walk toward the southern end, you pass the landmark between the Noble District and the southern end, the Church of Lathander. Directly across from the church is Hands of Fate, the gambling house. And as you walk, you see a younger man kind of driving a carriage next to you. He stops in front of a store. He hops off and pulls a medium-sized bird cage off the passenger side. You see a deep black owl in it. Its eyes are piercing yellow. He sees Rattle and he does a salute wave with his fingers and he walks to the back of the carriage. Rattle knows this young adult as Zeon, the ranger, and his owl Yoki. Zeon pulls out a large deer out of his carriage and just easily throws an entire deer over his shoulder and goes into a ranger shop called the Pointed Arrow. A taller yellow and black striped tabaxi holds the door open as he walks in. And then, from down the way, while you guys are a little bit enamored by the strength of a teenage boy,
I definitely am.
you hear angry commotion happening, seemingly coming from the ugly mug.
I immediately veer off into that direction.
Make haste.
I'm off to the
Yeah,
plane right there.
It's close by, right?
Yeah, you're in the
Yeah,
southern area.
I pop in. Yeah, I'm like,
All right, so it gets louder as you guys are getting closer. You hear a man shouting, and then you hear, "Get out!" And a large flash of white light radiates from the inside of the tavern. A man comes crashing through the window, and he lands in front of your feet. He raises his head and looks at Kuros with crossed eyes and immediately pukes onto your shoes and passes out in his own vomit. In the window is a large orc man, and you see you meet eyes with him. He says, "No touch, woman," and he disappears into the tavern.
I can
I
respect
set the
that.
drunk guy up so he's not laying on the floor. He's like now sitting and leaning against a wall. And I just pop my head in. Everything all right in here? I heard a commotion.
As you pop in, you see Riki and Verna and another beautiful woman walking frantically, picking up the mess. And the orc you saw from outside is standing next to Angelic. She's crying.
I immediately go to Angelique's side.
I immediately go to the bar.
Perfect.
I follow Chains.
Hey.
Yeah, I'm gonna go where the upset people seem to be.
I have to find the bar.
Very Kamari style. He's just standing there with his arms crossed. And he's just like, "No touch, woman," as you walk up. And Angelic is like, "It's okay, it's okay."
Are you all right?
There's just... Sometimes people get too drunk, you know? They get a little handsy, a little feely.
Are you hurt?
Well, no.
Did you just walk
Emotionally.
over here?
Oh, we have a map. I
Yes.
forgot we had a map.
You walk over.
I'm like trying to come over here and talk to my lady that she doesn't know that yet, but you're like yelling at her from the doorway.
Hey!
Are you okay?
Are you okay in here?
I don't care enough to walk over, but yo, you good? Princess Sparkle Fist. I love it.
That's my best friend.
Hello. What happened? It's just like, did anything happen? You're just yelling from the inside. Chains came in. The orc was like, "No, step away." And she was like, "It's fine, it's fine. Sometimes people get too drunk, and
I want to help her sit down at the table that we're standing next to.
Okay.
Everybody's getting to flex their game this episode.
I'm gonna flex my game by trying to find someone's alcohol to pilfer.
Nothing turns people on like stealing from them.
Yeah.
It's alright, it's just booze. Who cares about alcohol these days? Quiet, okay. Love it. Perfect.
I gave you an
That's right.
So
Everyone's moms are watching.
she sits at the
clearly.
table and she's like, "It was just a lot. He was very aggressive."
What exactly transpired?
Well, I mean, it's a bar. I was giving him beer. He wanted me, I guess, and then tried to grab me. And I'm so glad for Og here. And the orc bouncer guy is just kind of like, mm-hmm.
I'm like give him a pat on the arm, like, "You're a good man.
No touch.
Sticking up for."
No.
No touch, woman.
What?
You don't touch
You
Og.
have like coconut oil all over your hands.
All right, that's
Just as a thing about
Fine.
personal space for everybody.
Like Gross.
requires
Can he say anything else other than no touch? Is that his only thing he can say?
I can say a lot, but I tend to say
that
no
tall
touch.
man.
Want to make sure it wasn't a Groot situation here.
No
This is a
touch.
bar run by women.
This
Very
man is a
good.
respectable gentleman, Rab says, as she just
Respectable
wanders
and observant.
and
Like you
great.
wander back with like 4 half drunk drinks in your like hands.
I'm trying to juggle them.
You ever been Oktoberfest and there's that one competition where you get to like carry as many drinks as possible?
I won that.
That you would. That's incredible.
That's a lie.
I believe that also. But for the sake of the show, you won this.
So she's sitting at the table and Chains is talking with her. She says, well, he wanted me and he was a little aggressive. I was giving him a drink and he touched a little too much under the mini skirt.
I'll let Chains
Yes.
handle this.
Some men cannot handle their beverage. Galvin, may you lend me some copper so I can buy her a drink for her troubles?
Yeah, Galvin.
Can't say it betters our quest.
Just funding the whole trip.
He's funding the whole
Do
thing.
you not have
I was
copper
robbed.
for yourself?
I was robbed, remember? Those children stole my 1.5 gold.
I've told you before, I do not. I give
I'm
you 2
gonna give
copper.
Chains. I'm gonna give Chains 2 silver.
Perfect. Chains walks to the bar and orders, before he leaves, what is your favorite beverage?
The maiden's ass, I made it.
Perfect. He goes to the bar.
I look
he
at
orders
him like,
that.
That's
He
a good
orders
choice. That was very
2.
delicious.
Yeah,
I'm
it's
so
pretty
glad
good.
you liked
Is
it.
there
She's
any
like
way
suddenly
to-
better.
Is there a
He's
way
like,
to
yes,
eat
I
this?
love your ass.
Is there any way to eat this beverage of some kind?
I thought you were from the church.
I lean into Angelique and go, is that little nice lady that really likes Galvin here?
Riki? She's behind the bar. Chains is talking to her now.
He likes her.
He does? She like immediately does not care about anything at all. She's just like, I'm cured.
Well, I will say, he is a man focused on his mission. I would definitely wait to pursue anything till
Yeah, just
he's got a bit more free time.
So till marriage?
Well, we're kind of on a mission right now, and maybe when we have some free time, but he's going to be very focused on that. But just keep your hopes up. I give her like a little like.
My hopes.
yeah, she just
If he doesn't
freaky,
die,
freaky.
yeah.
So Riki's at the bar and Chains. She smiles at Galvin, but it's like handing Chains a drink.
Chains is like way down the bar. He's like, over here.
So she's like, she just slides it down the bar.
It catapults off. Woo!
So he walks back over to the table and hands Angelic the maiden's ass.
Thank you, Chains. I'm so glad you didn't call me Angelique. I was almost mad about that, but now I'm not. Did you get one for yourself?
He procures it from behind him. Yes.
Oh shit!
Oh shit.
You got any more of those?
Roll performance.
I was holding it with my tail.
I don't know what to make you roll for that.
Sleight of tail.
Oh,
Sleight of
Zach.
tail. Sleight of tail. Let's roll a sleight of tail.
Sleight of tail using my sleight of hand.
Oh my goodness.
Let's see. Ease. 12.
All right. So half of it's poured out, but you have a cup that came from behind. Like your tail didn't quite get the whole "don't turn it all the way over" thing. So
I lean over.
I was too excited, and my tail started wagging a little bit when I
I
got
lean over
closer.
to Chains and kind of pour out some of the drinks that I stole in.
Impressed.
Oh, thank you, Rav.
So Verna walks over to the Kuros and the bouncer, and she says, "I saw it all happen." That's not her voice. I forgot what her voice is. I think it's just mine. I saw it all happen.
Wow, your voice changed.
Wait,
what
did you
happened?
grow up?
She said, the boy just came in. He was already drunk. He didn't even spend money here. Are you guys done saving the world yet?
Well, no, but
So Merkel's still gonna kill us?
well,
trying.
no, because
Well,
we're gonna stop
no.
him.
I like
Oh,
this
all right
one.
then.
She's real sassy.
Rattle from across
Yeah.
the room. Rattle from across the room mimics Chain's death yowl.
He kind of tenses up, like the hair stands on the back of his neck, kind of thing. When you do that,
Like when you see another cat and you don't like him.
Or that he likes the sass?
more like that was very startling, but also
Oh, okay.
cat-like.
But
Because
also cat-like.
you're a cat. Yeah.
So, as you guys are hanging out in the bar, talking, trying to get over this very not very well put together side story,
You should go.
you hear a few of the patrons at the tables talking, just kind of over the chatter of the general group. You hear just a couple of the words like sacrifice and doppelganger, and that catches your attention. Angelique is eye googling now.
I listen
Angelique,
in
huh?
super intently.
Angelic. She says, "I'm anything you want."
I am the doppelganger, you know? Whatever. Cool.
Who are you looking for? A doppelganger? I could be your doppelganger.
So we're going to
So,
segue before that segues.
These people?
And I listen intently. on
Somebody
this
yank
group.
me away.
That's not a good choice of words. Can we please listen in Can we please listen in on the group that's talking about the good doppelganger?
Who all is listening on the group? Roll
No
a
one's going to
perception
yank
check.
anyone away. So please.
Yet.
Well, yeah.
Rattle got a
That's fair. That's fair. So
I got a 14.
What are you writing
it,
in the
perception?
air, Kuros?
Nothing.
Okay, I thought you were like
yeah,
spelling.
I'm fidgeting.
Definitely has this one.
Rav?
Yeah.
Yes.
All right, Rav continues to listen, honing in on their words. You hear, "Does that even work? Can you sacrifice someone else in the doppelganger's place?" And the guy in the group cuts in, "No, that's what makes the doppelganger special in the first place. I think if any soul would sacrifice themselves to Merkel, we wouldn't be in this mess." The lady says quietly, "That poor orphan boy. I hope someone tells him before he offs himself." And the sound of the tavern gets louder, so you can't hear anymore.
I take a really long, gurgly sip of my sippy cup.
That was gross.
And then I turn to Galvin and I just repeat back everything that I just heard loudly while pointing
Like,
over at that
Do you
table.
hear those guys over there?
Hey, those assholes over there.
Those dickheads. Okay, I heard you. Okay, so it appears the word is traveling fast.
That's how rumors do.
Yep, you're very wise, Rav.
Yep.
What's an astute observation?
He has a sippy cup of alcohol.
You have a crazy straw that goes around your head.
Literally just this cup.
Wait, what?
But full of
Oh,
liquor.
it's exactly that cup. Perfect.
Just straight liquor.
It's one of your flasks. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and sit down with them. I want
Okay.
to join myself into this group.
All right.
I'm gonna
Hi.
follow Galvin and
I
sit
kind of
down.
just,
Leave.
Hello, my name is Galvin, son of Rohan, hand to the Thander, as I'm sure you've heard. I couldn't help it over here.
You're all right. You need a friend. You need a friend.
Friend,
Which
no,
table
sure.
is this
Actually,
at?
The one with the 6 people.
The long
Okay.
one. Yeah.
Okay.
We're all gonna go. look
Rav,
over
come
it.
join us, please.
Oh yeah, I just called them assholes, but okay.
Actually, that's fine. No, Rav, come on. You're fine. You can
No,
defend yourself.
I'm joining.
This.
Chains
Brad?
will keep an eye kind of. He's still talking to
Getting rattled.
Angelic, and he's like side eyeing them, keeping an eye on them.
Angelic notices that you don't leave with your friends, and she takes your hand while you're talking.
Orc smashes it, no touching.
Why is
It's
Bruce
closer.
Banner in this fucking tavern?
Oh my
Smash
goodness.
hands.
No touch.
Hands
Rattlesnee is
smash.
kind of what Galvin and Rav are up to, and he wants to kind of go over here in between this other set of people talking, and he just wants to listen so that he'll be able to mimic anything they say back.
You're listening to the 6 people group where Galvin and Rav just
No.
listen to
I'm a
the
bird.
group of
ones-
people chatting.
No,
Okay.
the people, the 2 round tables.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
So you're listening to them, and one of them is talking about noble trade, and the other one is talking about her boyfriend leaving her.
Oh.
So, like, basic sentences that you would hear from conversations like that, you can add to your dialogue.
My boyfriend left me.
My boyfriend says my ass wasn't bad enough.
He goes back to the jewelry store. My boyfriend left me.
But like,
My
what does that
boyfriend said he
mean?
likes the maiden's arse more than he likes my arse.
Says he just needs like some space, and I don't even know what that's about.
And I said, oh my god, Dylan. Just want some chills.
But yeah, no, I more meant like he's just kind of, he wants to have his ears open for any kind of like interesting information so that he can recall it later and
Okay.
then straight back.
I love that.
Cool. I can do that. Chains is sitting with Angelic, and Kuros is
Kuros
Is
for
being-
a bit has been kind of talking Chains up a bit, but as soon as like it starts to disperse, he's gonna try and be all chummy with the orc, like
Oh no.
not like get him away from to give them privacy, but like get his attention to where he's like they have some like they have a bubble. I'm giving Chains. I'm playing wingman for Chains here.
Is there
Galvin
a roll
just-
for
I
that?
love it.
Done.
so. My cat is beating against the door. Sorry if you can hear it. Okay. So the bouncer does not move. He's just like.
I wasn't gonna try and make him. I'm just like trying to strike up a conversation with him so that he's like not paying attention to the conversation
Buddy,
that Chains
you
is
like
having.
waffles?
Me too.
I'm talking
Doesn't
waffles.
answer.
There's no potato waffles.
I prefer pancakes.
What are you passionate about?
Safety of women.
Not touching.
I'm passionate about
So
not
do you-
touching.
Are you just a friend of the ladies here, or do you work here? They hired you to be their protection.
They hired me. We're friends. I work at the Brawling Box out in the foreign quarter.
Oh,
Mm.
so you do this kind of work often, and you're just kind of here. It's a job, but you're here because you're friends as well. Like you're a good
I
man.
will kick ass.
I like you.
Take names, take ass.
I like you. You're here to help your friends. You kick ass. You take names. Well, not take names, but you
No.
kick ass. Like I like.
Kick ass.
I
You
don't
drink-
know your name.
You chew a lot of bubblegum and you drink a lot
Oh,
of milk.
I'm so terribly sorry. My name is Kuros. Kuros Tidehunter.
Hmm. What's with
and-
the
and
blue
you are-
hair?
All right, so
And you
Galvin
are-
Just
sits
ask a man
down.
why his hair's blue.
Why is your hair blue?
Well, it only looks blue. It's actually white. In the sunlight. It's. I'm from the sea. Long story short, I'm from the sea.
Alvin's dead.
I didn't think my wingman
conversation
like roleplay would be the centerpiece of this tavern talk when we have someone hitting on somebody and actual plot conversations. No, let's just roleplay with a wingman scenario.
No, it's Hey, what?
How do you distract the friend of the girl he's trying to hook up with?
Maybe you can earn a future ally. You don't know.
I know, but there are more important things going on right now.
So during this conversation and the other conversation and the hand holding and the eye oogling and the rattle listening,
so much more sexual than I was expecting. Which is D&D in a nutshell, right? But go ahead.
Galvin made enough leeway in the conversation for them to open up already. We was talking about the orphan boy who's going to kill himself tonight, or something to like try to stop the Merkel hellfire. Lathander had his soul. I don't know. He's, I don't know. Orphan boy doesn't know a lot.
Orphan boy doesn't know a lot.
Can Rattle just be picking up a New York accent right now so that he can just pull out? Look at these fucking guys.
As he says that, the woman like slaps his shoulder and she's like, "That's just a rumor."
I'm staring at Galvin. Like, I turn in my chair and I'm just like,
"Well, he was seen leaving the Arcana shop and everyone's up in arms," the guy. "But why would an orphan boy need anything like that?" The lady, "He can have hobbies." And then he can... And they begin to bicker in front of you.
Hawk, street rat.
I loudly lean over to Sumner and go, or Galvin, sorry, and go, "He's an orphan, did you hear that?"
I'm right next to you, Rav, please.
Oh.
We are in close quarters.
But you got that, right?
Yes, thank you, Rav. I got that.
All right.
Thank you.
But Rattle wants to be like jumping up and down, like, you know, with his hands in the bird way, and he's like, "Arcana shop, Arcana shop, let's go."
I agree with Rattle. Let's go. And I fucking leave.
Galvin is just fucking done.
Finally pushed it.
All right. Anything else in the bar before you guys head out?
I say
We have
my
to
sweet
drag-
goodbyes.
Okay.
She says her sweet goodbyes.
But it was a pleasure meeting you. I still never got your name, but you're a good man and I respect you.
I want to take as many drinks as I can with me.
Sleight of hand.
I don't even have that. No.
What? How do you
I don't even have hands.
I don't even have dice.
All I have is the staff with two open-handed fists to slap people with.
I got a 6.
Slaps the beers on the floor.
Can I real quick look for just like any piece of silverware?
Yes. So as you
She's my last one.
so you walk around the bar and roll a perception check.
I just gave my last vote to some broad.
I think Galvin's gonna murder us.
No, I would never murder you while you're awake. No one? Really? Okay.
Yeah.
Well, 6.
Thank you. Sorry. You found about 4 forks before Verna stopped you. It was like
Aww.
Did she take them?
she took 3. You had 1
Okay.
when you
perfect.
left.
All I need is 1.
It's that kid at the checkout aisle. I want these 5 candies. You can have 1 candy, but
No, but I want to run up to Chains and like look at Angelic and look at him and then like give him the fork and like
he gives him a fork. It's like, put it around her wrist, then you'll be bird married.
It's bird law.
Bird
Too
law.
early.
It's
Too
like
early,
River
Rattle.
Law, but different.
Oh my
well,
goodness.
he just like puts the fork in Chain's hand and like pats it and he's like, "Remember this."
For later, yes.
All right, so then he's done. He leaves the bar.
Let us leave this terrible place.
Tis a silly play.
Tis a silly place.
All right.
All right. So
Sorry,
we
I
had
was picking winners for the giveaway. All right.
Hooray! Good
Yay! Hawk! You won!
job.
You won.
There's also fan art of us apparently.
dang on done it.
Yeah, I wanted to mention that.
Yeah, I saw it. It's awesome.
Yeah, it's super cute.
I haven't
For anyone who's
seen
on
it.
Instagram, go ahead and look up official_ice with 2 E's _bear, and there's some cute fan art of us. That's so cute.
They
My
can
heart
also just go
melts.
to Fateful Encounters and go to tagged pictures, and we're there.
Yeah, that's there also.
Yeah, why make it complicated?
Well, I mean, that's the direct page, though.
Well, and it's also promoting the artist who did it. We love you for doing some art for us.
This is
Yes,
so
thank
cute.
you so much. We love it.
I love your style. It's so
Yeah,
cute.
it's Animal Crossing, and I
It's
fucking
super
love
Animal
it.
Crossing.
I want
Yeah.
now. I want to have like our characters in Animal Crossing. I want to build a town and
I
meet
know.
Kuros and Rav, and Rav is a drunk still.
Chains is
Animal
killing me.
Crossing.
Yeah.
Chains is freaking adorable.
What's the eagle from Animal Crossing?
I
I'm
will
trying to
show
figure
it at the end of the
I
stream.
forgot his name.
So, as you guys walk out of the bar, where are we going? We going to the Arcana shop?
Yeah, we're going.
Yeah, we
to
still gotta go
drow
visit that
Arcana
drow.
shop.
Yeah, we're like
Yeah.
super interested.
Well,
in
look,
that.
our friends were in danger. We had to help. They just didn't need our help.
Yeah.
Had to calm her down.
Had to get some quality flirting.
we need
in.
to spay and/or neuter our pets.
So, conveniently, right across the street is a store called Dolores's Cafe and Dispensary.
Across the street.
And yeah, you like
We
walked
just-
into the wrong bar.
We turned right and we should have turned left.
You
Yep.
zigged when you
And-
should have zagged.
And right next to that is a Arcana shop called Victorious Secret.
Yes, it is.
How did I know that was coming? As soon as you said Victorious, and I knew it was coming.
It's Penny. So, as you walk into the shop, you're greeted by a woman with very gray skin, and her eyes are basically white. She's standing inside, cleaning off some crystals with magic. She waves her hand, and a flowing mass of blue, floaty material leaves her fingertips, surrounds the crystal, and it disappears, and the crystal is clean and has a small shine to it. She turns to you, not noticing, and she says, "Oh," puts her hand away as if she's like putting a weapon away. Well, what can I do for you?
My hands are awesome.
Orphans.
Orphans. Oh,
Where did you-
orphans.
Rav, where did you pick that word up?
At the
Well-
back, we were just there. Heard
Ah,
about some orphans.
My name is Galvin.
orphans. Such your
we-
last name.
Have
Yeah,
come
no.
across some rings that are suspicious, and we need to know what an expert would think of them. Please, get rattle. Chains.
Rattle fishes around and pulls out the ring.
Oh, she looks at it, and her demeanor of nervous giggles changes really quickly to like a fear in her eye. She's like, the Emerald Band of Loyalty. She like doesn't touch it, but like pushes it back to you in your own hand. She's like, I was offered this once, but the price to pay was too grave, if you get what I mean.
Who offered it to you?
Yeah.
The followers. If you commit a crime or a murder or something of the sort, they will find you and attempt to get you to join. But I'm not guilty. You can ask anyone in town. They'll probably
what?
not believe you.
What are you being accused of?
You haven't heard?
No.
It's probably a good thing. So, she kind of chuckles. Another time. I'll tell you that another time. I don't even know you. Who are you?
Oh.
Oh, well, my name is Kuros Tidehunter, and we have some questions about this ring. We were told this ring is actually a bit different than the usual band of loyalty, and that you could probably tell us what's so special about this ring.
Well, I can tell you without even looking at it that there was a presence that walked in that is enough to shake me to my bones with fear, and this is necromancy magic, and it's strong.
I hear that, and I go to the front door. Is there like an open sign?
Yeah,
I go flip it closed.
but I am open.
You'll be closing early while
You
we're
can't just-
here.
Gallivan, you can't
Roll
just close someone's
Intimidation
door.
or persuasion? What are you trying to just convince, or are you trying to intimidate?
Convince.
Okay, roll persuasion.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm not trying to intimidate her. I'm just trying to
Alvin
show that we're
does it.
serious.
Rattle knows this is turning into good cop, bad cop.
Rattle assumes bad cop.
Right?
He's just gonna make like horrified screeching sounds. Like, all right, make it stop. I'll
Eight.
tell you what I want.
You
It's an
ready
8
to
on the
talk yet?
persuasion.
What I really, really want.
If you want to be my lover, you gotta get with my friends.
Oh, okay. I
And
wrote
there's
an
5
8
of
for
us.
persuasion.
Okay. She kind of chuckles, knowing that she's a lot stronger than you, and she's like, "Okay." And she goes to sit at a small table that's kind of like in her office, I guess, and because it's a small building, like enough to fit you guys. And so she sits at the table. It has a teapot at it, and she kind of just looks. What do you want to know?
You said there's
More.
necromantic magic in this ring. What kind of necromantic magic?
Well, enough magic to know that the person who laced it is strong enough to put that spell in there. And that's a fear in itself. It's called the Finger of Death.
Mm.
And do you know anyone who could be strong enough to do something like that?
Well, I think I do. But you would be kind of dumb? Is that the right word?
Obviously, you don't know us.
Chains rummages through his bag and pulls out the triangle mask. Now, is the triangle like pointed down, like where the mouth would be? Would it be like this?
Yeah, it's like a
Would it be
little,
like
it's like a
this?
bird mask, basically. It's like you can see
Okay.
people's mouths.
Appropriating bird culture.
Rattle does not approve of this.
I do not either.
So he pulls out the mask and he shows it to her, and it says, "Is this what the followers wear?"
Yes. Where did you get that?
That's how we got these rings.
Found
Did you
it.
kill them?
Several.
Did you manage to do that?
Easily.
Yes.
I'm just staring at Galvin and just like, oh no.
I'm interrupting a bit, but it's in character.
So, all right. She says, well, if you're strong enough to take on that many, as you say, then maybe you can find them.
Do you know where they are?
What'd you say, Rattle?
Where?
Where at?
Where?
Where they at? Where they at? Where they at? Where they at? He picked it up from a bard.
Wait, yeah.
Well,
His name's Soldier Boy.
well, you have to summon them to you.
How?
'Cause it's on a different plane.
We have time.
Hmm.
Continue.
The orb. Where is it?
The orb? What orb are you talking about?
The you know.
Rattle finds it, holds it out.
Rattle dropped
still
it
have that,
underneath
Rattle.
the bed.
Oh yeah, that's right. He didn't have it.
He's just searching for him.
Yeah, I was gonna say you put it back on the statue.
No.
No, it
It
fell.
fell
Oh.
down. It fell underneath the
That's
bed.
right. That's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
Did we not retrieve that?
We're not too far from the end.
Well, I'll just explain.
We can just describe it.
Yes. So it
Imagine
was-
this.
A glowing green orb
On a statue. Eh?
in the hand of who was it?
Merkel.
Merkel.
an
Steve
eye. That's how you have the masks. They tracked you with the eye?
I believe.
So you are dumb. That was the right word. You took something out of a different plane. The plane exists at the same exact time, place, and they can only invite you to travel between it.
I haven't been called dumb to my face in a long time.
This is what he grabbed onto.
Honestly,
what I took away
stopped
from that.
listening after the word "you are dumb." Listen, just because my
I a
intelligence
bird?
score is a dump stat doesn't
She
mean
looks-
you have the right. What?
She just completely ignores you talking, looks around the room and holds out her hand, and like 5 different items come floating to her hand. And she says, "You know, I just sold summoning ingredients to one of the boys in the orphanage. He was accompanied by a fire genasi child who stole from you, Chains."
Yes. 1 gold and 1 imaginary gold.
She told me about it, don't worry. She obviously feels bad. Not my business where the money comes from. It's just the money helps my business grow. Now, anyway, are you buying anything? She snaps and the closed sign flips to open, and
Well, what were those? What were the ingredients those children bought?
well, here. So, and the 5 ingredients float in front of your face, and it's like a bag of sand, bag of sand, bag of pebbles, some flower petals, a flask of water, and oil.
And do you have any idea what these things could summon?
I don't ask questions. I just sell the items.
Well, but you're obviously a very powerful spellcaster of some kind. Surely you know what they were trying to do, or at least have an idea.
Roll persuasion.
You can do it.
Oh
no.
no, I rolled all right. It's just my persuasion. That's not bad. 16.
She looks and says, "You know, summoning obviously isn't your trade. That's okay.
They say consult the experts on subjects you don't know much about.
Accurate. So, I would say that these ingredients are utilized for most all summoning spells. And Child may or may not have a rumor going around that he's trying to summon Merkel himself."
Oh my.
Oh, I also squawk. Squawk!
Lay an egg. Didn't
You
even know
this
I could do
boy's
that.
name?
I didn't even know men Aarakocra could do that.
So Rattle wants to like grab Galvin's like sleeve and tug on it and be kind of mime out like the orphan killing himself, summoning Merkel. And then
And
like,
she looks at Chains and says, "I don't know his name."
What does he look
Do you know
like?
the fire genasi's name?
"No, but I know she is the only one in town, and she's quite cute. Good thief, I've heard. She just sets people on fire."
Do you know
So-
where maybe she hangs out?
Well, she's an orphan.
Well, yes, but even orphans have places to hang
streets.
out.
Trust me, I know.
I don't know, she's probably in a pile of shit somewhere.
Oh, that's not
Is
good.
that what Rattle says? A little rude, don't you think?
Sure, it's canon now.
You spoke it into existence.
But like Rattle wants to be like visibly agitated because he knows that like time is of the essence if this person's gonna sacrifice themselves.
I'm sure children have a curfew at some point. Anyway, are you buying anything?
Well,
No.
unfortunately, there's nothing in the shop that I personally could use, and I'm going to leave 2 gold on the table, but thank you for the information.
Yeah, and I flip the sign back to open, and I say thank
She already,
you.
she already flipped it with
She
her
already
magic.
flipped it. She flips
I
it again.
Flip it 360, baby. Prove a point.
Like, just kidding.
Fuck you.
I can flip it too with my real hands.
All right, you have a task to head to the orphanage, and we're gonna end it here for
Yeah.
that.
Yay!
Most excellent.
Let me pull up that
Gotta
art
adopt
that we were
children.
talking about.
To the orphanage next time.
Rattle's
show
gonna
the
get a
art?
brother or sister.
Yeah, flip to the circle
He
view.
is not excited about
Well, I guess you can't.
Oh,
Hold on a second.
Okay,
It doesn't matter.
everyone.
Everyone, I'll just.
We're not rolling for initiative. My bad. Surprise combat.
Oh no, we gotta fight the orphans.
Fight.
We're gonna fight the orphans. Come back for session 3, where we fight a whole bunch of orphans.
Kuros
It's
is
a whole
just
gang of
crying the
orphans.
whole time. I don't want to fight them.
But they're so strong.
Rattle just rolls across the ground with one fighting over a spoon.
Yeah, like he's attacking Rattle with a spoon, and Rattle's like, I want that.
All right, guys, talk about the session. I want to know your thoughts.
You have way too many pretty women.
And then, like, the first one that doesn't have a crush on somebody else is like, oh, she's married.
Yeah. At any given moment, Jen was enabling like 35, 40 people.
Yeah. It is my personal goal to set up Galvin with Ricky.
Yes, yes. Kuros will absolutely help. It's not his goal, but he'd help for sure. Dylan is very invested in that. I want to see that happen.
There's our
Rattle's
art that crashed. I accidentally saved it with the tag on it. That's okay.
Way to go!
Aw, look how cute it is.
Everything was
Kuros,
so
they're
cute.
Oh,
Aw.
little bird.
Oh my
James is
god.
freaking
That's
adorable.
the first time I've seen that.
I love
Everything-
the color palette.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Super cute. You all look very. This makes me ready for Animal Crossing to come out.
Yeah.
I know. That's another conversation, though.
I'm ready to be in a timeshare with Nook.
Fateful Encounters
timeshare.
Pokemon Edition. Is that like where we try to catch all the cute girls in Jin's world?
Yes. Gotta catch 'em all.
All right, go to the circle view so that we can say
Yeah,
toodles.
God, that's so cute.
I love it. Yeah.
I'm just like in love with the perspective of Galvin. Like,
It's so cute.
I prefer to be called Daddy Galvin. I'm just don't make that a thing. Don't
Call
make
me
that a
Papa
thing.
G.
Big D
Poppy.
Galvin.
Big D Galvin. Okay, that I can get behind, but that's different. So, Jen, please.
I'm gonna tell Ricky that. Like, call him
Ricky,
Big
call
D
him
Galvin.
Big D Galvin. He loves it.
Oh.
oh man. The
All
chat's
right.
still on.
This one was very roleplay based, but also we totally tripped over everything, and we're like 3 pages into my content that I wrote 14 pages of. So
Hey, Kuros did 35 damage in 2 turns.
that was pretty cool.
That was
Yeah, that was
solid.
awesome.
But he did it.
For being level 2, that's pretty legit.
Yeah.
Was there any comments that you guys had? Questions?
No, the chat has been super fun to follow. Thank you, everyone that was watching and engaging with us. If you haven't already, follow us.
Yes,
on-
no crashes.
no crashes.
High five.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Hey.
Every episode is a
getting
marginal
better and
improvement.
better.
Yeah, exactly. I got the volume things figured out. We got the splashes figured out. We got our new logo up. And if you haven't,
Music
already
was
followed
audible
us-
this time.
Music was
Mhm.
audible already. If you haven't already, follow us on Instagram at faithful_encounters.
Yes.
Where all the meme shit posting occurs and any updates we may or may not have.
All right, guys. Thank you so much for hanging out, and it was great.
Wait, who was the last winner?
Intoxable.
Yeah.
Oh, I missed that. Congrats! Yay!
Hello.
Yay.
Congrats
So, yeah.
to everyone who won. Awesome.
Literally so many names that just won. Message me. We will get those out. Get my dice away from me, please. I have too many.
I'm having a crippling dice addiction.
Toodaloos, and we'll see you on our next fateful encounter with the orphan boy.
Bye.
With the orphan boy.
With
Good night.
the orphan boy.
Bruce Wayne.